Hello? Hello! Hey everybody, happy Monday, the start of yet another week. And we find ourselves back on Route 66. Reverse. We're heading the other way, starting off from that side, heading to this side. Right? Happy Monday. Welcome to another Microsoft Flight Simulator stream. We're getting used to this kind of crack on a Monday. It used to be like, I don't know, what were your favourite soaps? Coronation Street or, Fair City. I don't know what you watch in America. Maybe it's your version of Coronation Street. Or it could be EastEnders. Who knows? But here we are. So, we have a plan for this evening. Planage for the flying. We're in a place called Gallup, New Mexico. Just like the song. Kilo Golf Uniform Papa. And we're going to be making our way over to Santa Fe Regional Airport, which is Kilo Sierra Alpha Foxtrot. And then finally, we're going to ramble down to a place called San Miguel Ranch. November Mike 53. Now, what's interesting about San Miguel Ranch, I just came across it on the map and I said, oh, it's nice looking. Do you know, it's like, what do they call them? A mesa? I used to call them mesa. You're only mesa. It's kind of like Sedona, only smaller and lots of trees. And well, then I found out a little bit about the place. I'll tell you a little bit about it later. But it's kind of popular with those into the whole Scientology crowd. So we'll ramble over. Do you know what I mean? So, the weather. You might be saying, Murph, are you using live weather? Not really. Not really. I've added in a bit of rainage. Because it's raining in Ireland. And if it's raining here, it's raining everywhere. So, yeah. That's our plan for this evening. As we continue on our journey. This is part number 4 of, Route 66. We started off in Santa Monica and we're going to ramble back across to the east all the way up to Chicago. It's going to take us 9 weeks. What? So, I do hope you guys are keeping well. I've another thing kind of fancy to show you. Apart from, I cut my own hair, look. Don't look at me head. Look at this. Ooh and ah. Now you might be saying, Murph, it's an arrow. Well done, Murph. No ordinary arrow. You see, this here is the turbo arrow. Yeah, baby, yeah. This is a work in progress. Early first look. That Murph is showing it off after everyone else did. But it is that of the Just Flight Piper Arrow, the PA-28 or T or Turbo. So it's an Arrow 3 Turbo. It looks just like an arrow. But it also comes with the Arrow 4, which features a T-tail. I'll show you that now after a little while. So we're going to go flying with this first. Basically what they've done, they got a Piper Arrow and they said, hey, we can do something with this. Let's put a turbocharger on it. And that is precisely what they've done. You might say, now Murph, I already have the Arrow 3 from Just Flight. Why do I want this? That is a good question. However, apart from it being faster, better performance, it can go further, longer and higher, they've also included a kind of a cool engine turbocharger simulator built into it. You can actually cause engine damage and turbocharger damage now with this aircraft. And, it just means you have to manage the aircraft engine. Apart from having all the wonderful stuff that a Just Flight aircraft has in the sim, they have the beautiful EFB, which is the little tablet, and you can control like the static elements, the doors open and close. It has state saving. It'll remember where all the knobs and switches were left off. It'll remember the amount of fuel, the amount of oil, all of that kind of cool stuff. And now they're advancing themselves even further to say, right, well, we'll also manage the engine, whereby we can have engine failures if you don't mind the engine. So I said, yes. You put an engine damage simulation model in there, Murph will break it. Do you know what I mean? So, as you can see, it's Just Flight, and a caveat is, yes, this is still a work in progress. This is not the final release. It's getting close, though, very close. But stunning. It looks absolutely amazing. The model, the texture work, the use of PBR, the hack of it. Do you know what I mean? It just looks wonderful and fantastic. The sounds are amazing. The flight dynamics are just on point. They have absolutely raised the bar when it comes to general aviation aircraft and third-party aircraft, I think, here in the sim. So a huge shout out to everyone over at Just Flight for giving me the chance to be able to show you guys. I know a number of other streamers have been using it, including the Flying Fabio, that's where you need to go to learn how to fly it. Fabio will teach you how to fly it. Murph, well, we'll just hop into it and have a bit of crack. But Fabio will teach you exactly how to fly it the way, or perhaps the way not, it was supposed to be used. So, we'll have a closer look at the Arrow 4 with the T-tail, and I suppose the only difference characteristics-wise flying it is, from what I can see, the elevator is not as responsive, if that makes any sense. It requires a bit more kind of oomph, and it could be just me, but I think it's more stable in the air. But anyway, we'll ramble over into the chat and say hello to everyone because, well, we're here on YouTube, the tube of you. And, well, many thanks for joining me this Monday, guys. So, yeah, that was the weekend. It went so quick. It went very quick. I woke up on Saturday with a sore head. I woke up on Sunday with a sore head. And today, not too bad. I'm a little bit tired. But it's grand. Who be here? So we have Kenneth Fitzpatrick has rambled in. Good to see him, my dude. Dennis G is in the house. Soaring AJ with the howdy. Ghost Rider 115 rambles in. Norn Iron John. Hey, John. Good to see you. Fly Darren is here. Oh, beat the hokey. He says, long time no see. Long story. Just popping in for a quickie. Oh, behave. Hello, Mr. and Mrs. Tooton. Fly Darren. It is great to see you, my dude. I hope you're keeping well, my man. Dangerous Brian is in the house. Good to see you, Brian. Ailerons into wind. Good to see you, Stuart. Hope all is well with you, my dude. Catbat9 is here along with Catbat Cat. He says, hello, Murph, Fireflies and Thunderflies. Catbat9, great to see you. Martel rambles in along with Gordon. Good evening to you both, my dudes. Wayland Yutani is here. Happy Monday. Count Zeppelin rambles in saying, good evening, Murph. Good evening, assorted flies. We have an assortment of different flies. Assortment. They're different. Bell Bro has rambled in. Good to see you, my dude. Alison Johnson is here. Hello, Alison. And many thanks for the flight planage. Very kind of her. Mechanical Madness is in the house. Good to see you, Mechanical. Happy Monday, dude. Sinan Karaman rambles in. He says, where's Murph? We're ready. I'm over here. Hiding away in the corner. Scott Voigt rambles in. Good to see you, Scott. Happy Monday. Shuffle Shoes John shuffles in. He says, belated birthday greetings, Murph. Well, many thanks, Shuffle Shoes John, meow flower. I'm a year older, but none the wiser. I haven't aged a day. Well, I have. I've aged an entire year. And then I said, like, I'm going to cut my hair. And then I'm trying to grow the beardage again. We're getting there, lads. I'm telling you, Gandalf. You will look like Gandalf. That's the hope. Mrs. Two-Tone is here. Best behaviour now. Sit up straight. Stomach in, chest out, head up, shoulders back. Breathe through your nose. The boss is here. Keen Lafford rambles in saying hello. Good to see you, Keen. Who is this? HCBR with the membership thingy-majiggy going on. Many thanks. I'll get to the notifications soon. Scott, I hope you got the sound right. Can you all hear me? Because if you can't, that would have been embarrassing. Bodip is here. Happy Monday to you, my dude. Grafton11 rambles in. Red Dragon Comrie. He says, hi all. Happy Monday. It is good to see you. Scott says, the boss is here. Straighten up, lads. Solomon rambles in. Happy Monday to you, my dude. Sinan says, let's go flying. Right? That's what's going to happen. Jarden1 Abel. It's Tritz 4. Hello, guys, he says. Good to see you. Phil Boardman walks in. Hello, Phil. Happy Monday to you. Have we more? We have. Bit of music. Do you know what I mean? It was kind of too relaxing. We were starting off on the quiet side of, it's Monday! We have a week, man. We have things to do. And places to see. I'm saying that right. I got it all wrong last week. Randy Hurst is here. Hello, Randy Hurst. Scott says, we do want the scoop on all the birthday shenanigans to Mrs. Two-Tone. It involved some gin. It involved some crisps and snackage. I watched the Grand Prix on Sunday, Monaco. And I don't know, like, I'm not going to be, like, you know, I'm not going to be raining on the parade, but like, for me, the Grand Prix in Monaco is my favourite Grand Prix. It's on every year in and around my birthday. And like, imagine saying the Monaco Grand Prix is on, and at the end of it you say, well, that was a thing. Like, nothing happened. A wheel nut got stuck in a car, and that's it. Come on, F1, you can do better than that. Mr. Z is here. He says, good evening all, and to an older Murph and wiser. Older, not wiser. Hey, Gibbo Ireland is in the house. Evening one and all. Are you still milking the birthday thing, Murph? Do you remember me arm? I got weeks out of that. Was I telling you it was me birthday? We'll get till Christmas out of this. Gibbo Ireland paid me a visit on Saturday. He came down. Got to meet the man. We did the subliminal high five. That was awesome. And Gibbo, thanks again, my dude. Very, very kind of you. Hey, Sky Blue Radio. There's stuff going on. I'll find the notifications now in a second. We don't have Sir Murphbot. We have, you know, that other guy. Let's see what happens. Samson Video's in the house. Good to see him, my dude. All the subscribes happening. This is nuts. Now, where are we at? Jared Monable says, hi, bro. Looking forward to a good flight. Can't wait, my dude. Hey, Peter Pepperman is here. He says, what's up, Murphy? How's it going? Planning any real-life trips this summer? I might try a tour of Ireland, maybe. Well, dude, if you come to Ireland, do you know what I mean? I'd be doing the whole board Fáilte thing. I'll meet you at the airport with a sign that says, welcome, Céad Míle Fáilte. And, like, bring you to all the favourite tourist places. And I won't get you to kiss the Blarney because, well, Julia. But you know what I mean? Let me know if you're coming over. It'd be great to meet up. There's all stuff happening. I need to press buttons now. What's going on? Oh, the other thing isn't working, so I don't know, are these Twitch alerts or are they YouTube alerts? Hang on, Murph. He's gone away here now to press buttons. Be mindful of the buttons. Let's see. How does this work? Is it analytics? Oh, it is, look. Now. Oh yeah, they're all subscribed, look. Look at that. Oh, I can replay them. For ages I've been looking for that little button, you know, where you can replay things. So I'll leave that over there. And, well, I was over here. Where's my screen? I've lost it. I found it. Scott says he must be busy pushing buttons. Like you wouldn't believe. Belbro likes the soundage. Nice. Andrew Hill is in the house. Good to see it. Who else? Kingsman 9965 says, good evening all from Liverpool. Hello from Tipperary, me old flower. How are things with you, Kingsman? Jarden Unable says, the demon tasty beverage. You better believe it, man. Simon Taylor's in the house. Good to see it. Kieran Martin 6 Knots rambles in. Viper Strike is here. Hey Viper, great work on your stream on Sunday, dude. Keep up the goodness of the streamage, man. Dr. Notham has rambled in. Good to see it. David Donnell is here. Spitfire RAF 100. Happy Monday. Fly and More has rambled in. Now, let me see. Northern John says, Victory Day here in Ontario, Canada, Murph. Glad to join you today. What's like a bank holiday? Nice, my dude. Now, where are we at? Scott says that worked. Nice, grand. We're up and running, so see you later, rambles in. He says, good evening, group. Happy Monday. Good to see you, my dude. Kingsman says, it's raining here in the sim too. It's raining everywhere. As Forrest Gump said, at one point I thought it was raining upwards. Do you remember that? Phil Boardman says, happy haircut. Oh no, birthday haircut. Don't look at me head. Mrs. Two-Tone would have you believe I was cutting the grey hairs out of it. Which is rubbish. There are no grey hairs. They're just really, 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 really bright blonde. And maybe a touch of grey. But yes, David Donald says, just finished this flight as finished work early. I was bored a lot, but I went flying in live weather and took off at around 5 a.m. And I got to the ranch at around 7 a.m. And now there's a thunderstorm. Or there was a thunderstorm. Nice! Capat9 says, you pronounced mesa correctly. It's Spanish for table. Look at Murphy learning words. It's amazing. Alan Vids, Epic Fool, he says, it's a re-arrow with hydraulics by the book of that introduction. Yes. Oh, Viper Strike says he's in the newly updated Spitfire. That's right. So the Flying Iron Spitfire got an update as well, guys. We'll be having a look at that later in the week. But tonight it's all about Just Flight's Piper Arrow. This thing is the cat's pajamas. Think about that for a second. If cats wore pajamas. Kevo B rambles in. He says, hello from California, Murfarian. Or no, Murfaroni. Murfaroni. I love that. I did, I got my name called out as like one of the bot voices, you know? Two-Tone Murphy. And you know that sound. But it came across as Two-Tony Murphy. So now everyone's calling me Tony. Hey, it's Tony. Annalisa. She says, woohoo, I'm finally on. Shakes fist at YouTube. She says, hey, Murph and Fireflies, how are we this Monday? Annalisa, I was on yesterday on Twitch. And, well, I just wanted to say thank you so much for your insane generosity. Annalisa gave me a basket of stuff. Well, actually, I think it was Mrs. Two-Tone's basket, but we needed a basket for the stuff. Did I show you the card? Look. Look at the state of this, right? Oh, hang on. This could be the first hot tub on YouTube. Right? Anyway, can you see that? So it's a birthday card, but look, if I go... It's a Murph in a hot tub! And he has a bottle of Dingle Gin. Right? Annalisa, thank you so very, very much. You're bananas, man. But so funny. Maybe you were there yesterday. I can't remember. There was gin consumed at a rate of knots. Jefferson 2001, the man, the myth, the legend, has rambled into the chat. Hello to you, Jefferson. We were showcasing Falcon Field, and we're going to be doing it again. Don't worry, we'll be doing it like a proper humdinger. And well, a huge congratulations for the release of Jepson's first payware scenery, which is Falcon Field. It's amazing. Great to see you, Jepson. Now, where are we at? We're over here somewhere. Who be this? Don't you hate when that happens? The thing moves like 100 miles an hour. It's okay, I found it again. Aha! We're laughing now, lads. Got the ice cubes handy for Givo. Gavin Knott is in the house. Good to see you, my dude. Happy Monday. Aileron says it shouldn't be as responsive at slow or at low speeds as the elevator doesn't have the airflow from the prop wash. That is simulated in the sim. So as you can see with this arrow in front of us, the propeller at the front, well, when it's spinning, air rushes over the wings and it passes down by the elevator and the stabilizer. Because the T-tail, the elevator is on top, well, the air actually goes beneath the elevator, meaning that it can't adjust. It has relatively no impact on the aircraft at a very low speed. Very interesting. Danny Eds rambles in. Good to see you, my dude. Goblin to Business here. He says, good evening. Yes, a Turbo Arrow 66% discount on Just Flight when you already have the Arrow 3. Nice. That's what we're hoping for. Brandon Lowe is in the house. Good to see it. Mazep is here as well. Happy Monday, guys. Solomon says, I am early today. Good looking aircraft right there. Don't damage the engine, Murph. I'll try not to. I can't promise nothing. Simon Murray is here as well. Good to see it. Jepson says, I'm still chuckling away at the thunder geekness from yesterday. Did you see what happened to me yesterday? So we were at Falcon Field and the Thunder Flies all hopped into 747s. And they did a very slow fly past over Falcon Field. Kind of a tip of the hat saying, yeah, happy birthday, Murph. It was hilarious. The frames were tanking, but it was hilarious. Thunder geekness. Or Thunder Thighs. Yes, Thunder Thighs. Large thighs, big, you got it. Joseph Jones is in the house. Good to see you. I was here ages ago, he says. Oh, nice. Now, let me see. Belbro says, I don't know why, but I got the image of Gandalf in a hot tub in my head. Right? Shut your eyes and you're there. You shall not. Bubbles, bubbles, bubbles. Think about it. Could you imagine? Could you imagine? We're onto something there. Gandalf in a hot tub. Lord of the Tubs. That was really bad. But yes, where are we at? Where are we at? all the subscribe. So we have a subscribe from Sky Blue Radio, Northern Ireland John, Mao the Raw, or Mo the Raw. Who be this? 5M, the Radical Cavi. Scott says, what are your presets though? Okay, presets for the weather. So I've just selected rain and I just lifted the L cloudage up, starting base altitude at 5,600 feet. That's pretty much all I've done. Otherwise it'd be raining pretty much on your face. Oh, and the time of day is 0710. That's the time of day we're going to be departing here, 0710. Righty then. So that's going to be the plan. Alison says, I will be controversial. Monaco is a boring F1 race, she says. Well, I won't say it was boring. Like, it's still, it's exhilarating watching, and like, it's nothing against the drivers. The drivers are superb, and all they want to do is race and win. Fair enough. Like, I just think the whole thing is like, where's the excitement? Where's the wonder? Where's the, holy crap, did you see that crash? Or, it's just, I don't know. The sport is in danger. It's like, they should have like sprinkler systems and like, I don't know, afterburners or like fire pits. Oh, he's going down the back straight. Dodge the flamethrowers. Do you know what I mean? It should be that sort of, if Murph did Formula 1. But do you know what I mean? That's what I think should happen. Maybe it won't happen. Maybe it will happen. We don't know. Kevo B says, sadly, the Grand Prix gets little to no coverage in the United States. Jester, Murphbot, maybe. I know the Streamlads, yeah, he's a bit on the... Stephen is in the house, good to see you. Bozman rumbles in, happy Monday to you, my dude. Now, let me see. We're nearly there. Kevin Riley is here, good to see you. B-Pod! Happy Monday. Captain Sickbag rumbles in. How's the head this morning after the weekend sippages? It was very sore. I was a little bit confused. Who am I? Where am I? And how did I get here? Colonel Fork 85 has rambled in. He goes, I'm late. I was engrossed in Fabio discussing density, altitude and the dangers of ignoring it. And maybe painting a couple of MX5s. Welcome aboard. Happy Monday to you, Colonel Fork. Fabio was doing the whole Harry videos. The old kind of FAA learning videos, tutorial videos. And density, altitude. It's amazing. And ice cream. Oh no, and the ice is slippery, says Kevin. Yes. Now, let me see. Two Tooney Murphy. Really? Spitfire says, the card is brilliant. I know, right? The card is absolutely amazing. Now, where are we? We're up here. Tubbage. Ooh, Tubbage. Muse fan rambles in. Good to see you, my dude. Many thanks, Kingsman. Very kind. Annalisa says, you're so very welcome. I was there for you. Oh no, I was there for a while, but then I was delirious with fever. You poor old devil. Are you feeling better today, Annalisa? I hope you are. Now, let me see. Keith Farrell says, hi Murph, hope you enjoyed the day of your birthday. There was a boss, Bruce Springsteen. There's the boss, Two-Tone Murphy, and the real boss, Miss Two-Tone. Keith Farrell, good to see you, my dude. Happy Monday. 49er 0 or 1011 has rumbled in. Scotland Comet Project, great to see you, my dude. Northern John says, happy belated. Well, many thanks, my dude. Scott says, were they trying to say that you're getting old and slow? Now. Although I did have a few moments. I fell asleep in my chair. Remember I was trying to do this yesterday? My chair goes back this way, watch. Up. I had to go for a wee nap. A little sleep. A 40 winkies, as it were. Well, I wasn't really sleeping. I was just checking my eyelids for holes, Or I had a bug in my eye and I had to squish them. But I'm okay now. Aileron says, I think Gibbo has officially earned the call sign Ice Cube Man. Iceman. Scott says more like, you shall not part. You shouldn't. Although that sound effect, right? Colonel Fork says Formula Murph. Absolutely. It's Formula 1, not death race. Yeah, but do you know what I mean though? It's Formula 1. It should be like the very, very pinnacle. They should be pushing the boundaries all the time and not necessarily wrapped up in like bubble wrap to go, oh, there might be one overtake today. hang on, we'll put in a DRS system so we can slingshot the car to pass him. What? The middle field and the back of the field, they're the most interesting teams. And McLaren, because McLaren are on the rise again. Bad Dog is here. I haven't seen you in ages, man. He says, hello, good evening, Murph, and Fireflies. Bad Dog. He's a great dog, really great dog. It is great to see him, my dude. I hope you're keeping very, very well indeed. Scott says, they had a Monaco F1 on here. It was actually on a network station. Oh, nice. Brandon Lowe says, he then did a great high alt demo. Oh, nice. That was over at Fabio's. Warhamster is here. Hang on. We need to do a thing. He says, forsooth, I am plagued by peasantry upon this conveyance. I am on the bus home. Hammy's on the bus. Could you imagine we're now on the double-decker bus, all the windows are all steamy and whatever, and he's on the phone. And, like, he might let out a bit of a giggle. And then someone turns around. You know that face? You know that face someone gives you? And he'd be just like, it's something on my phone. I'm watching a joke. And it's really us giving it socks. Delta Flight Simmer, many thanks for the subscribe, my dude. Welcome aboard. But yeah, Fiber says, thanks for the raid yesterday, guys. Our pleasure, dude. Dangerous Brian says, if the racing sim was made by Heineken, it would probably be the best in the world. What was your man? They have Le Chiffre on the Carlsberg ads. I know his name isn't Le Chiffre, but he was in James Bond. He's the best villain ever was Le Chiffre. Because his eye bled, man. Anyway, we're getting somewhere. Annalisa says, I'm way better now, thanks. I'm eating my first proper dinner since Thursday. Roast chicken for the win. Ooh. Colonel Fork says, Murph won a... Say it like Brick. Murph won a race last night. I did. We did iRacing for a bit last night. I won the first race. I was like, oh, don't act like you're not impressed. And then that was the end of it. I got lucky. Myself and Colonel Fork were neck and neck into the first, second and third corner. And then, I don't know, like a badger or like, I don't know, a swan distracted him. He went off the road and I went, ha ha, and whoosh, down into the history books as the first winner of the inaugural A Two-Tone Murphy iRacing League. I'll get a little plaque commission for me. Gibba says to Hammy, is Seamus driving? Could you imagine? Paranormal Fishing is here. That's a great name. Paranormal Fishing. The Agent Mulder of the bait and tackle world. But yeah, good to see you, dude. Now, where are we at? Mil McAllister is here. He goes, oh, cool, you just started. Might be able to jump in after tea. You're more than welcome, my dude. Now, where are we at? Epic says, wait, does Hammy sit in a thunderfly position in the bus also? Some say he tells the bus driver to drive in formation. Hammy says, no, it's not Seamus. It still has mirrors. Shots fired, Seamus. Shots fired. It was the Two-Tone Murphy Grand Prix. Ah, that's the one. Mr. Two-Tone says, are you sure he was driving? It's very upsetting. Anyway, here we are. Look at this. Look at the interior. It's a Piper Arrow, but I like the new colours. And this is all different. This is nice. Now, again, when it comes to the aircraft registration numbers, they're pre-selected for you. I'm unsure, are they going to include one? Maybe they will. I didn't actually ask them. So we'll have to wait and see. QWERTY Pro says, does anyone know when the DC-6 might be released? Would you have an estimate? QWERTY Pro, if you were to ask me, I would say it's going to be released. Now, this is only a guess. I have absolutely no inside track because PMDG kind of keep their I nearly said cards. They keep their cards very, very close to their chest. But Mr. Randazzo is basically saying they're going to release the DC-6 and the 737 this year. The DC-6 has now reached a point so far ahead in the development cycle, they're now hosting more than a dozen tutorial videos on YouTube. You can see the classic airliner in all its glory, absolutely stunning from seemingly every angle, and it looks fully ready to get your attention. Mr. Randazzo says that there will be a few more videos detailing the in-depth systems of the airplane and how to operate its radial engines. And then the shift of focus to the new videos about the 737 and the 74, once the DC is out the door over the next couple of weeks. Right? So, That could be out in a matter of weeks. Wayland says, what about the Stearman? The Stearman, I would say, is going to be released within a fortnight. Again, I'm only guessing, but like, when devs start talking about this kind of stuff, do you know what I mean? Bottom says, the viewer like to ratio isn't correct yet, guys. Oh wait, the viewer to like. Oh yeah, we've like buttons. Tummage uppage. It's important. Because, well, it helps the bean counters at YouTube to go, we see what you did here. We kind of like it. And then you'll have like recommendations. I just need to time it that if someone new comes into the chat, and because they've just received a recommendation from YouTube, as soon as they land in, well, the only sound they should hear should be pause for dramatic effect. That's what they need to hear. It's important. But yeah, so it's going to be super, super cool. There's an absolute lot of new aircraft coming, and Just Flight are knocking these out of the ballpark as well. As I said, they've worked with DC Design. They helped publish and release the DC or the DC Design F-15. Their very first add-on for Microsoft Flight Sim being the Piper PA-28 Arrow, which is an absolute masterclass. You know, I fly it all the time. This is their second add-on to come out. It is that of the Turbo Arrow and also the Arrow 4. And sure, look, it's much more, like, it's so much more than just, yes, it's another variant. They've gone into so much more with this aircraft, in particular because it's turbocharged. There are an absolute host of new features with this, including simulating engine damage when it comes to the turbocharger. So, like, it's absolutely insane what they're doing. Plus, Just Flight have also announced that they're going to be bringing more aircraft into the sim. And I think the next one, somewhere along the development line, could be the Hawk, the jet. So that could be absolutely fantastic. So I can't wait for that. MuseFan says they were originally going to release the 737, but now the DC-6 is being prioritised, hopefully soon. Yeah, but the DC-6 looks, do you know, it looks very far along the process. And I think because the systems available for developers in the simulator are more kind of geared toward the steam gauges rather than kind of the glass, highly sophisticated avionics, I think that's kind of a win-win for the moment, do you know? Hey, Just Flight is here. Good to see you. I wonder if that's Scott. Welcome, my dudes. We're flying your plane. We like it. It's very nice and fancy. And, well, we can't wait. We're going to be flying this. We can't wait to go. Aileron says, do I need to get my POH out in this stream? Probably. Paul Quince is here as well. Samson Video. Good to see you. And yeah, the rippage was just intense, right? So, as I said, what we're going to do, we're going to get this machine started up, and there are a few things we need to watch about it. I can't just hop in and we'll give it full power. So, let's see, quick read up here. The turbocharger and the engine failure code. The logic simulates failure from the turbo over boost. So, again, you have a turbocharger on the aircraft and it features an overboost. And if you look up here, on your annunciator panel, you have this overboost warning light. So depending on how much manifold pressure we're going to apply into the machine itself, 41 being the absolute maximum, anything over that, I think you're going to cause a lot of damage. The turbocharger will begin to fail if the engine damage exceeds 50%. So every time you go over 41 on the manifold pressure, it's going to start picking up damage. If that damage threshold surpasses 50%, the chances of it failing are real. Do you know what I mean? Now, again, this is work in progress. There might be some tweaks made along the way before the final release, but it's super cool that this is now a thing. It's one thing just trying to fly your aircraft, getting from A to B, and okay, you might fixate on the simulation side of navigating, be it with VF4 or IF4. Then you add in ATC, where you have to speak to air traffic control and plan your flight and all of this kind of stuff. Now you get to do actual aircraft systems monitoring. You got to watch what the engine is doing. You have to figure out to say, right, you know, I'm trying to get X amount of performance out of the aircraft. I need to be careful of the RPM. I need to be careful of the manifold pressure. If I don't mind these systems, it could break. It's just fantastic. This is like raising the bar of simulation really high. So this is going to be awesome. So what we're going to do, I have to find my mouse. It keeps hiding on me. There it is. So what we're going to do, well, we're going to turn on the batteries first. Well, we'll close our doors. So you're familiar with this screen. So you're going to have the different aircraft states, your maintenance in terms of your oil quantity and your battery voltage. You can have some warnings turned on and enabled. You have your aircraft options to say auto fuel selector. I leave that off. I want state saving on. You can change whatever, you can have HSI or the other heading indicator there as well. The yokes, you can click on them or you can select them from here. And then the equipment on the outside. So we're going to close the doors. And we'll get rid of the chocks, the tie downs and the tow bars. I think I'm finished with this now for a moment. Right, so what we're going to do, we're going to turn on the battery first. We get our sounds up. Yeah, no more rental power. Absolutely. 38 for takeoff. On the manifold pressure, yeah. Like it's pretty much fly this by the numbers. So we get our rotational light on, which is essentially your beacon. We can turn on some lights here as well to see what we're doing. So down here we have our fuel tank. We go to the right tank. Trim is okay, that's all set. We have your landing gear warning light flashing away, which looks the job. And well, as I said, the weather here, it's kind of raining. And it's, do you know what I mean? It's kind of nice. So, well, what we're going to do, we also have a primer. This is new. We're not used to this on the standard Arrow. We have a fuel primer. So what we're going to do, we're going to put our prop full, mixture full, and we're going to crack the throttle. Don't mind the moving up and down. That's the controls kind of have to calibrate. And our, open our throttle about 1/8 of an inch. Make sure our parking brake is on, and we're going to hit the primer. So you can hear the primer, you can see the fuel pressure, and a little warning light comes on beside your boost, which is awesome. All of this is modeled. So with that done, we're going to crank the engine and see what happens. So we'll put our mags from right to left to both, and we shall say clear prop. Clear prop! And we'll go for a start. Are we ready? We'll start it up. And we're alive. So we'll bring our RPM up just a tad. We'll keep it around 1,000 or so, because we don't want to foul our spark plugs. Because fouling is a thing. Canna says, where are we flying this week? So we're continuing on our Route 66 journey. We're starting off here in the wonderful Gallup, New Mexico. We're going to go across by Santa Fe Regional, and then we're going to make a full stop over in a place called San Miguel Ranch, which is kind of interesting because it's popular with those in the old Scientology world, which I thought was interesting. But anyway, alternator can come on at this stage. Go ahead and close this window. Yes. And again, the aircraft sounds, guys. Isn't that amazing? Oof. Just shut your eyes and you're there. You're actually in the aircraft. So we can turn on some avionics here now as well. Who be this? My name is Murph. And he reads everything put in front of him. Pretty much. I'm Ron Burgundy. Now, I don't think we need the Garmin unit on. We'll just kind of hand fly it for a bit and see what happens. Now, did I turn on this other thing? Hang on. Buttons, Murph, buttons. So I want to turn on a gadget. Desktop, that's where it hides. Flight events, yes. So I'm using ForeFlight for my own little navigation, which is super handy. So we'll bring ForeFlight up and I'll show you, well, what we're doing and where we're going. Start flight tracking, connected to flight events, lock that in place, and we should have a button then over here. Any minute now. There we go. So there's our ForeFlight, and well, we can kind of see our route. So we're going to start off here from Gallup. We're going to be pretty much flying straight across over to Santa Fe. We have Albuquerque just south of us, and then we're going to head over to this Miguel Ranch. Now, which is interesting. There's a Las Vegas over here, but it's Las Vegas. It's Las Vegas in Arizona, or New Mexico. That's kind of mad, isn't it? It's bananas. Just like I was saying, Gibbo, hopefully later this week. So that could be the official release. So later this week, that's going to be absolutely incredible. Down in front says, is that real world weather? No, we've added in a bit of rain just for the sheer crack of it, just to see how it'll all work. So we'll give it a shot. Hey, Waltons is here. Happy Monday to you, my dude. Anna Claudia Everton has rambled in as well. Happy Monday, guys. Hope you're all keeping well. So, right. As I said, we're on the ground here. We want to taxi out. So, we're going to select our runway for takeoff here at Gallup. We're going to say select runway. We'll go with runway 24. Yes, yes, yes. All that is good. Ken Zeppelin says, I was in that Las Vegas years ago, a sleepy little place. Had they many, whatchamacallit? Slot machines, no? Now, fuel pump, we have... Oh yeah, here's something different as well with the fuel pump. You have a low or a high, rather than just fuel pump on or off. So we'll keep it in low at the moment. Pitot heat, don't need for the moment, it's quite warm. Landing light can come on. And yeah, we're going to start taxiing out. So you can see over here, look. Your auxiliary fuel light is on. Your primer is there, that's all good. Press the test, that's all good. We can test our annunciator lights here. Vacuum, alt, oil, and over boost. Similar to that in a Cessna, if you press and hold that, once you release it, if any lights come on, it kind of indicates a bit of an issue, do you know? So if we have a quick look at our temperatures and pressures here as well. So oil pressure is good, oil temperature is good, it's in the green. Your amps are good, they're charging. Fuel, well, we're pretty much full, and our fuel pressure is right on the needle. We can see here from our manifold pressure, and then also our fuel flow, or fuel rate. The autopilot system, similar to what we're used to in the main arrow, or the standard arrow, whereby there is an invisible click spot on the Piper name. If you were to click on the Piper name, it acts as a altitude hold mode. It's just for the sim. The real aircraft doesn't actually have an altitude hold mode. Mode. It does have like a roll, it'll hold a roll, but that's super handy to have in a sim. So well, kudos to Just Flight for adding it in. Other bits and pieces that we have here, where we have our rudder trim, we have our flaps. What else is kind of important? Your alternate air, that's kind of important. All of these fuses, they're all modelled and they work. So like if you pull out one of these, so if I say instrument panel and put it back in, there's aircraft loading up me. So see the way I have an instrument panel? If I pull the fuse, see the way the amps meter drops? Because it just fails the instrument panel, which is awesome. Over here then you have your fan, so you know if it gets hot and steamy, turn on the fan. So awesome stuff. So with that said, we're going to taxi out our merry way. And remember, I'm not allowed to break this. I have to try and fly it by the numbers. Because, well, it's me, and I will break it. Now, let's see. Oh, I just love the sound of this thing. We'll go behind the guys. How cool is this plane, right? It's amazing. And I keep saying it, but like, the standard of it, when you have something that looks this good, it flies this good, the sounds are on point, all the extra features are on point. It's just, it gives you a reason to hop into the sim. Do you know what I mean? We went the long way around, but that just gave me a chance to test the brakes, which are working. Now, we've set up different views here as well, which is awesome. So yeah, trim all, that's good. So yeah, we have the different views I set up. So I have my wing views, which are nice. Yes. We have like a GoPro kind of a thing. We have another GoPro kind of a thing. We've even added in the Annalisa chair. Isn't it cool? The interior looks a lot cleaner than the other non-turbo. It is, but even with the non-turbo gibbo, if you have the other Arrow 3, if you don't want the really rustic, worn look, Just Flight have included a separate texture file. There's a bus! Seamus McNeil is driving a bus. Eyes on the floor. We'll keep looking at the floor. But if you wanted, you can actually use the cleaner version inside the original Arrow. It's super cool. Aileron says, if you break it, Murph, you don't get the present. Mr. Popper Smurf is in the house. Good to see him, my dude. Yeah, so the weather is kind of interesting. Alison Johnson had a CTD. Oh man, that's never good. So I'm just going to do the Murphy thing. Coming through. Excuse me. Pardon me. Excuse me. Oh, we better turn on the old gadget here. Look. Yes, test it. We have our light on for the ident. We have a little button for ident. Sweet. All that's working. We have the Thunderflies here with us. So Just Flight, if you're here, right? Well, we have our own little aerobatics. Well, they're not little anymore. We have our own aerobatics display team. They're called the Thunderflies. These guys are absolutely nuts. They do amazing aerobatics, and it's always so cool to see. QWERTY Pro says, too bad multiplayer has been giving me issues. It's been laggy since the last update. Well, worst case scenario, just fly, if you fly offline, but just follow along with us, you know? So we've entered runway 24. Now remember, guys, we don't want to over torque the engine because it'll just break. We don't want to break it. Oh, the sounds in this thing are amazing. It just sounds heavier. It's a real clunkety engine. It's cool. Dougal McTavish is in the house. Good to see him, my dude. He says, watching from my sick bed on the dinky phone, so I want entertaining. Or entertainment. We'll entertain you, my dude. I'll probably break the engine. So a quick check before we go, right? If we open up our little iPad, we can have a look at any warnings there. All okay. Flight info is good. Yeah, all our flight stuff is good. If we start to damage the engine, we'll get a warning. Plus, we'll get our own little page that'll show us what way the engine damage is. So you can kind of monitor where you're at. So for the moment, all is good. We haven't broken anything yet. So, well, our altitude here is 6,500 feet. So we need to be mindful of that. I know Fabio was chatting about density altitude. It kind of ish applies here. It's relatively warm. Well, it's not really actually. It's kind of cold. Actually, it's really cold. Turn on the Alpitos, just in case. Right. We're going to go for it. Are we ready now? Best behaviour. Cuba says the model matching is good. Murph is showing up in a PA-28. Nice. Okay. So, 38 was the magic number. Don't go beyond 38. I'll disappear this guy so you can see. So, takeoff power is set, airspeed is alive. There's 50. There's 60. 65, we're getting light. There's 70. Oopsie daisy. Positive rate of climb, and it's indicating. Tapping the toe brakes. Bring the landing gear in. Nice. And a Spitfire flies right by. So we'll fly a bit of the runway heading, get a bit of altitude up in this machine here. This is beautiful. That prop looks amazing, and even with the water effects going across the windshield, isn't it beautiful? Danny Ed says, now then, Murph, have the guys modelled your man in the engineering hut with the signing and sharp breath intakes for when you damage the engine and you need to get it repaired? I'm telling you, there's every chance I'll break this. Fingers crossed I don't. It wouldn't be a great advertisement. But again, if you just joined us, guys, this is it's an early access look at the new Piper Arrow from Just Flight. It is the PA-28 or T Turbo Arrow. So you get two variants. You get the Arrow 3 Turbo, and you also get the Arrow 4, which features a T-tail aircraft. So the one add-on features two separate models for you, which is absolutely amazing. And there's rumors in the chat. The guys are saying, I don't know, is this true? If Just Flight can verify, is there some sort of a deal if you own one variant already within Microsoft Flight Sim? Because I'm unsure. Maybe there is, maybe there isn't. Either way, this aircraft is amazing, and I, for one, will definitely be buying it because the extra bit of speed you're going to get in the turbo, okay, your climb speed is going to be a lot better, but this thing will comfortably cruise at around 140, 150. It's great. Will McAllister says, Murph, have you ever thought to do a YouTube flight sim tutorial? I have some of them there. They mustn't be very good if you're asking. But if you have a look at the channel, Will, there should be a few there. Do you know what I mean? Kane Lafford, look at him, he's mad to go. He's mad to go with the devil. So, well, what we're going to do, guys, at this stage, if you're currently flying along with us now, well, do press the number 2 and let's get a head count. So, Just Flight are confirming. The deal is, if you have the Arrow already, you can get a 66% off the turbo version. Fact. Nice. That is awesome stuff, Just Flight. Don't act like you're not impressed. That's pretty cool. Look at this thing go. The power, look at the... We're climbing at 2,000 feet per minute and it's just laughing. It's amazing. We got a 37 plus a Murph. Nice. Now, here's another thing. So, to report, right, we're flying with an absolute ton of other aircraft. We're flying a sophisticated, highly detailed aircraft in terms of the looks, the sounds, and the systems modelling when it comes to the engine and everything else. I'm getting 60 frames, no problem, which means I usually get 60 frames. The point I'm making, there's no impact on my sim. Performance-wise, this thing is amazing. We look down there, we can see the Thunderflies, look. They're getting ready to take off. Bad Dog is just firing up the sim. Come and join us, my dude. When things are getting you down, just think of me trying to cut my own hair. I do a good job now most of the time, right? Do you know what I mean? Most of it, except for there. Don't look at there. It's tinning out awful quick. But yeah, just think of poor old Murph trying to, like, you know. I use a razor with this hand. Yeah. Do you know? So, Thunderflies are just taking off. They're about to taxi out the road there. So, let's get ourselves somewhat level here as best we can. Look at this for weather. Isn't it beautiful? Now, we need to do a bit of work on our trimmage because we're going to one side. So, we'll add in a bit of rudder trim. Not enough. A little bit more there. And let's see if we can perfectly trim this aircraft. Because, well, there's more power in it. Therefore, is it... I'm going to say P factor, but it's more to do with, like, the aircraft's going to want to move. Gibba says, what's the top speed? Well, I'll show you on the displayed plate what it's rated to do. Plus, with a Just Flight aircraft, you get a very detailed and sophisticated logbook and manual with the aircraft as well. And everything's published within that manual, within the POH. But if you have a look down here, the indicated airspeed, 140 knots, 150 will be the cutoff in terms of maneuvering speed. You should not exceed 182 knots. That would be like, you know, danger. So I'm just trying to get ourselves a little bit trimmed here. We'll kind of go this way a bit. Look at the scenery here. Look, in this weather. King Lafford says, want to hear a joke about paper? Never mind, it's terrible. Man, that's terrible. That's awful. Hey, Kieran Haslett is in the house. Fully functioning cockpit, a bit out of the loop. So Kieran, yes, this is a very much a fully functioning cockpit. You have everything from your own main avionics. Everything is clickable and switchable, and they've even gone ahead and worked on the fuses. So if I were to pull one of the fuses, for example, let's pick something interesting to pull. Landing light. So if we look at the front of the aircraft, our little landing light is on. Seen? Seen. So if we go in here and we say, right, kill the landing light. What? Isn't that amazing? And these are just kind of cool things whereby, if for a, from a live streaming perspective, eventually, when I get good and like brave, there'll be certain commands that you guys will be able to add to say, right, Murph, we're going to remove your landing gear switch, and then I'd have to manually pump them. And do you know what I mean? There's so much scope when it comes to this stuff. So let's have a quick check on our temperatures and pressures. So our oil pressure is, well, it's still in the green. Keep an eye on it. Oil temperature is good. Fuel and fuel pressure is good. So we can probably start leaning this machine out. We can check on our exhaust gas temperatures. So basically, it's called lean until you want to find the peak that's going to give you maximum power. So we can bring our RPMs back here as well. 24 is going to be absolutely hunky-dory. And we can see where our manifold pressure is at and our fuel flow. So it's about 15, 16, 17, 18. About 18 gallons an hour. Now I know we can do probably slightly better than that. What happens if you exceed 180 knots? You turn inside out. No, it depends on the aircraft. On the flight model for the sim, it'll detect a lot of aircraft stress. It could... a black screen. You have died. You have overstressed. Or... if you fly an aircraft outside the published numbers, it doesn't kind of end well, do you know? It doesn't end well. Jepson says those fuses are referred to as circuit breakers. Correct and right. I asked the question before, could some of these be changed in the air? Because usually what happens, right? When one of these breakers push out, well, you can push it back in, and if it pushes out a second time, there's something wrong, right? But I did... there was a Piper Arrow, or was that a Cherokee? There was one in Sligo, and in it he had spare fuses. Now he could have been just having the... do you know what I mean? He could have been saying, yes, there are fuses for the plane. He could have been taking the absolute... he could be having a laugh, as it were. But, I don't know, can you replace them? Kingsman says, will this be out on Sim Market? This will be sold over on justflight.com. For they have their own web store, their own built-in store. And then after a couple of weeks, we should expect to see it in the in-sim marketplace. Scott says, you always keep some spares. Ah, gotcha. Almost a Sandwich is here. That's a great name. Almost a Sandwich. What happened? He says, hello, very interesting stream. Is this X-Plane or Microsoft? This is Microsoft Flight Simulator, my dude. Doesn't it look very, very fancy indeed? Keen Arthur says, Murph, evening sir, not doing too good today. In one of my exams, had a panic attack in one of my exams, but I'm here for a bit. Keen Arthur, you don't worry at all, my dude. Life is going to throw you curveballs all over the shop. Don't worry about them. Because you know what happens tomorrow? It is a new day. You start from zero. Don't worry about yesterday, you can't fix it. If the jug is broken, well, what are you supposed to do? Fear not, my man. Start tomorrow. Chin up. And if all else fails, put pineapple on your pizza. No, don't do that. Unless, of course, you like pineapple on pizza. But, yeah. Hey, Damos is here. Or Damos. He says, hello from France. Bonjour. He says, I must investigate a new PC for gaming. Says Almost a Sandwich. Don't forget, it's coming out on the console in a couple of months as well. Hey, look at that Spitfire there. It's amazing, isn't it? Jefferson says, even the Gickness have spare fuses if a circuit breaker drops. Yeah. Now, where are we at, lads? This is going well. I don't necessarily want... I just don't want to break it. Because we have things to do and places to see. So, let's have a look here, right? The oil quantity is looking good. Warnings enabled. Shouldn't this work? Yeah. Now, we don't need to use... we can open the VFR map here, actually. Just to kind of show you where we're going. So we're moving along kind of nicely. Do you know what I mean? We're doing our thing. But I'm kind of digging the weather. So if you guys would like to join in, we're currently live on the North Europe server. My only request, well, it's got to be GA all the way. Chlyn says, pineapple on pizza. Good evening all. Can't fly tonight. The office desk is occupied. Oh dear. That was thunderflies. Did you see them? They're so hot right now. Look at this. The sounds of this aircraft, they're just incredible. So for the first leg, we're going to use the Arrow 3 turbo. And for the second leg, we're going to hop into the Arrow 4. And as I said, the Arrow 4 has a T-tail. So you're getting two models, which is just nice. But look at this. If Just Flight are still here, guys, are you also going to release one of the custom liveries where you can punch in your own numbers? Or has that been decided just yet? I know it's not an easy thing to do, so I'm asking for a friend. Now, we got to set our trim up right because we're still going to this one side. So we'll add in a bit more rudder trim. Aileron says, normally you would only change a breaker after it's popped. Land, investigate and replace. There's a reason they pop and it's not always because the breaker is iffy. Ah, hey, Mad C8, or Mad C8, Mad C888 is here. Happy Monday, my dude. I hope you're keeping very well indeed. The, some of the older aircraft, or like really old aircraft, well, they kind of shake and they hop around the place, and it's not uncommon for the breakers to push out. They're fuses to me, but it's not uncommon for them just to shake out of position, especially at startup. Just to scare the pants off you. There's a light blinking. Normally, that's not a good sign. So basically what this little light is telling me, the auto extension or for the landing gear, I have it turned off. So the Arrow is equipped with, if I forget to lower my landing gear, this will work. So if we look at it, right? Move forward here, Murph. Pull the lever up to engage override, or release the override, push the lever down. So for example, if we go down to lock pin down, if we go down the way, that's the emergency deployment of the landing gear. If we bring it up one, I think this should work. If I absolutely kill the throttle, I think the landing gear should open automatically. Or maybe it's to do with the speed. I think I have to achieve a certain speed. This could be an override. Your mug is blocking the view. Oh, that's my mug. So if once we get to a certain height, sorry, a certain speed, the landing gear will automatically deploy. It's like a fail-safe. 87 knots, yeah. So I'm just going to hold the nose here. There they go. So we can manually retract them. Ooh, add in a bit of power. So that's what they do. So I was leaving that feature turned off. So we'll bring it back to where it belongs. So that's why the little light was flashing. Pretty cool, isn't it? Dangerous Brian says, I need that. I know, right? Yeah, it's a really handy thing to have. It's pretty much a safe thing. Now, it can be annoying as well. But it's a feature of the real aircraft, and Just Flight have got it spot on. I don't know where Piper are the first ones to do it. I need to read up on that, because it's a very interesting system. Captain Sickbag says, that'd be a necessary purchase. Absolutely. Once the speed remains above 50 miles per hour. Pretty much. Could you imagine if it didn't? Now, we're kind of doing all right. The scenery here, though, isn't it beautiful? Paul Quinn says, I always forget the landing gear in the Corsair. It can happen. Look at the scenery, lads. We've rainbows and everything with us. So again, we're going to use the Arrow 3 Turbo for the first leg, and then we'll have a look at the T-Tail for the second one. Paul Garrett is in the house. How are you, Paul? He says, Murph and chat, haven't caught up with you in a while. I've been flat out. That's okay, my dude. Great to see you. Viper says, if you see the Spitfire, it's me. Nice. Martel says, New Mexico, the land of enchantment. It's beautiful looking. Waylon says, Mooney and Seneca just make noise to lower the gear when you reduce your power too much. Yeah. I'm just loving the fact that I'm getting 130 indicated and the engine is just kind of purring along. You know what I mean? It's super duper. Waylon says, will we go visit the aliens? Sure, why not? Down in front says, also the land of Breaking Bad. Yo, Mr. White. Yeah, remember that? That was this neck of the woods. If we find a camper out in the desert, do you know what I'm saying? It's going to get nuts. What weather preset am I using? So I'm just using rain, which is the Sims basic rain. And all I've done, I've just increased the altitude of the lowest layer of cloud. So just the rain preset and lifted it up a bit. It looks amazing. It looks absolutely fantastic. Now, where are we at? There wasn't a whole lot of news this week. Well, apart obviously from this being the Just Flight Turbo Arrow. Well, it's going to be released this week. Fingers crossed you'll have it by the weekend. Other news is, well, we know that PMDG are working on the DC-6. They're also working on the 737. And possibly, here's a buzzword for the week, this 777 might be coming out this year as well. In other news, and again, they kind of followed what Just Flight did. Just Flight, I think, were the first. I think you guys were the first who implemented the acceptance of the Garmin GTN 750 mod, whereby you can actually fit a 750 GTN into your aircraft. Well, Coronado have followed suit, and they've updated the Seneca, and they've also updated the Mooney, and well, everything else to fit in the GTN 750. And that's an amazing piece of avionics. It's currently in beta, so it's free at the moment, if you want to check it out. There was some news about a 777, but we won't mention it. Yeah, don't mention the war, right? All sorts of drama. But I imagine Wednesday there's going to be a ton of news. In other news, well, the Spitfire got an update. The F-15 got an update last week, which is I love when things get updated. And again, our very own Jeppesen 2001 had his first payware release of Falcon Field. Kilo Foxtrot Zulu. Hey, Kendra is here. Good evening to you, Kendra. Happy Monday. Paul Quinn says, what does the knob attached to the airspeed indicator do? So essentially, where's my mouse? Depending on the air temperature, you can increase to match. If we were to say air temperature with altitude and stuff, it'll give you a more accurate reading of your airspeed. Now, in the modern world, look at the Thunderflies. In the modern world, well, I've other gadgets and gizmos give me a true, an indicated and a true airspeed. That's kind of where your GPSs and stuff come in. So in today's aircraft, it's pretty much redundance, or a redundancy system, whereby my ground speed is 168 and my indicated is 140. Look at them guys, they're cool. Kevin says, Murph, loved the stream yesterday. Will you do it again? I might do stuff on a Sunday, yeah. It was fun. How many Thunderflies are with these guys? Hang on, wait, what? Hang on a second, we need to check this out. This is just, do you know what I mean? But just look at the state of this. So they're very much in practicing form tonight. The guys are going to be doing some work with Forder Learn to Fly the weekend. Look at that. Isn't it just? Do you know what I mean? Isn't it just? So again, if you guys want to kind of check in on the... Please be in the air. I am in the air. If you guys want to check in with the Thunderflies to see what they do and how they do it, well, be sure to ramble over to our Discord. That's where they hang about. Kendra says, a little bit down, had to initiate my hotel cancellation of my upcoming holiday. Aww. Well, Kendra, you hang on in there. Things will brighten up. There will be hotelage soon. There will be holidays soon. So keep thinking happy thoughts. Jarden1 says, it would be great if Microsoft Flight Sim could make it easier to access the manuals and purchase stuff rather than having to get into the community folder. You could do that, but Tritz, you could just copy the PDF from the documents folder inside the community folder of inside the aircraft folder and just drop them into like the desktop. You know? Some developers will leave the POH to one side, others put it into a folder so you can go in and check on it. So it kind of depends, really. It depends on so many things. Does Just Flight have manuals like Coronado? No. Just Flight have actual manuals. Coronado kind of have a basic, you know, they go through some of the procedures and whatever, but like Just Flight would include a hugely detailed manual. A lot of the aircraft specifications, you know, the general how to install it and where to put it, and also provides quite a good bit of information about the aircraft. Paul Quinn says, is the Microsoft Flight Sim update due tomorrow? Yes, should be out tomorrow. Should be out tomorrow, my dude. I'm still not trimmed. Really? Should that do it? A little bit much. Them Thunderflies, they're so hot right now. Phil says F15 update, do you know the number version? Ooh, I think it's 1.02. I could be wrong. Brandon Lowe says I could not find the Just Flight manual for the Arrow. So, uno momento, numero uno. If you navigate to your community folder, go into your community folder, find the folder called Just Flight Aircraft PA-28 Arrow. Open that. Once inside, you'll see a folder that says Documents. Open the Documents, and you'll find the manual. Okay. So, go into your community folder, open the Just Flight Aircraft. Inside, there's a Documents folder. Open that, and there you got it. Yeah, it's cool. And I love the Just Flight one. There's a lot of details. Where did who go? To see a man flying upside down. Right, so at this stage of the flight, lads, we're going to do a thing. I'm back to you here, look. We're going to press this button over there and this one over here. Yes. We're making good old time. So I want to say hello and thank you to a lot of people who are supporting the channel. And, well, do you know what I mean? These are absolutely legend. And I thank you so very, very much indeed. With the Thunderflies giving it absolutely socks, man. So a big shout out to our flight crew, in which we have Anna Crussus, Andy Shaw, Austin Butenbach, Sir Neil, Fly Darren, Ford Entertainment Group, Gareth Byrne, Goblin2Biz, Hal Jor, Larson 202, Mac Shiggity Pilot, Muse Fan, Nathaniel Davin, Nick Stratford, Peter Fastbeat84, Peter Paskov, Pirology, Ricky Kelleher, Samson Video, Tim Middleton, WB1990, and Willie Canuck. Cheers, my guys! DG Wallace is here. He says, hey, we're on the North Europe server. The nearest airport to our location. Hang on. I suppose it would be probably Albuquerque. Kilo Alpha Bravo, Quebec. Okay, next up we have our co-pilots. And a big shout goes out to Bad Dog, he's a great dog, really great dog. Brian Spain, Captain Sickbag, Dougal McTavish, Jarden One Able, John Ambler, John Morris, Ludos Regan, Mark Dyson, Mr. Z123, Noel K, Patrick Cullen, Pilot Peely, Sean Leo, Tony Robinson. We have 6 Knots, Airwolf, Andrew Hill, Arctic Turn, Aristicus, Andrew, AZ Blue Line, Baron Cosp, Bell Bro, Bozman, Booms, Big Tone, Big Shot Moffy, Billowette, Brandon Lowe, Brown Doe, Bitmonster, Catbat 9, Care 85, Causeway 04, CDN Taz, Celery Sticks, Chilled Corky, Citizen 6, Cool Sax 98, Captain Aeons, Cyberman Drew, See You Later, Crompton 33, Draco Sensei, Dragon 40th, DC Viper, Eamon 1973, EL 737, Espen 74, Fort Noob, Gordon 77, GNLU, Goblin Zeus, Goodness Sig, Hans Grubber Jr., Hawk Driver 101, Haskell 1970, Hopping Orange, Here's Johnny, I'm Sinan, Irlansky, Iron Seagull, Jacob Mossad, JMS 737, Joey Bolo 77, Johnny Ardvark, Jamaumu, Jordan J, Jay Winokur, Copper Pete, Kolzaki Flyer 66, Lenning Way, London Controller, Like to Program, Lowled LV, Lieutenant Leotard, Merlin Flyer, Matt M018, Marty McFly, Audie, we gotta go! Great Scott, that fellow. Do you hear me voice going? Losing me voice. Mechanical Madness UK, Melko Bor, Masonic Lake, Metal Moss 1, Mick Ham, Mike 71G, MJ Daiso, are we ready? Mr. Snowhill, Mr. Zed Rider, Mr. Hoppy, Mr. Tin. All the misters. Muse Fan, Naughty Gnome, Neon Jedi, Night Zepp, P. Anderson, Piat 691, Philly Roach, Pyrotech, Purple Kona, Rad Pilot Randy, RDY was taken, Ryan D. Walker, Rob MC Orr, Red Dragon Comrie, Rogers RC 75, Roger Mo, Scorpio 49, CDL, Shoney Gaming, Shuffle Shoes, Skydive Man, Smithy 3600, Splasher 6, Spectre Meltdown, Speed Nut, Steve Solo UK, Spitfire RAF 100, Swamp Dragon, Test Pilot, The Flying Fabio, Whack-A-Mo, Waltons, Wiganner 99, BMF Smurfy, and K Branch. Thank you all so very, very much, my guys. Very kind of you. Hey, Lewis Hancock is here. Happy Monday, my dude. We have started a new week, and we're here in the Just Flight Piper Arrow Turbo. Yeah, baby. It's a turbo, man. It's not released yet. And there's the Thunderflies. They hope to release, look at the state of them. They hope to release it this week, in which it'll include the turbo variant of the Arrow 3 and also the Arrow 4. Muse Fan says, why do we get 2 mentions in the shoutouts? Do you? Do you? Lewis says, it's my last week at high school. Alright! Next up, we have our pilots in command. And a big shout out to Ailerons Into Wind, Oz Flight Simmer, Captain Rudiger, Dangerous Brian, Dazza T. Aaron, HCBO 1100, Annalisa, Kaharia, Coley 205, Kebmo 25, Kingsman 9965, Mad C 888, Mark O'Gorman, Mr. Chippy, Scotland Comet Project, Seamus McNeil, Tom McCrab, Train Williams, Warhamster, Wayne Butler, Wayne Prefontaine, Soaring AJ, Blair Voyage, Captain Butters, PE1PQ, Ibuprofen, and Jepson 2001. Thank you so very, very much indeed, my guys. And last but not least, we have these mad people. The wing commanders. We have Alison Johnson, Andy Brown, Colonel 485, Gibbo Ireland, and old veteran 965. Thank you all so very, very much. The support you've given me is nuts. But I have to thank you so very, very much indeed, guys. Your generosity is outstanding. I feel the love. Feel the love. Thank you very much. If you're just joining us, by the way, we're here in the Just Flight Turbo Arrow. And it's groovy, baby. We're flying on our reverse Route 66 tour. We started off in Santa Monica. We're going to make our way back up to Chicago over the next 9 weeks. This is week number 4 of 9. We do this every Monday on YouTube. And it's a whole lot of fun. It's a lot of fun as well. Yes. So the airport we're heading to today. Our first stop is going to be over at Santa Fe Regional Airport. Kilo Sierra Alpha Foxtrot. Our runways of choice, we have a heap of them. We have 0220, 1533, 1028. The field elevation is 6,348 feet. The airport opened in 1941, replacing the former Santa Fe Municipal Airport, also known as Boyd Field, which is located off the Cyrillus Road between Rodeo Road and Jaguar Drive. In June 1972, Frontier and Texas International Airlines, the two local air service carriers serving Santa Fe, abruptly ended the service, citing an unsafe runway condition after multiple aircraft received prop damage from the deteriorating asphalt. In 1983, Santa Fe saw its first code-share service by a commuter airline on behalf of a major airline. Wait to hear this though. The airport lost all airline services at the end of 2007, but resumed services in the summer of 2009 when it gained its first major airline code, which was using regional jets. To help with the increase of passenger traffic, the terminal was remodeled in 2016. Santa Fe is the capital of the US state of New Mexico. It's the fourth largest city in New Mexico with a population of 84,683. Look at the screen. Look at the thunderflies. Now, where were we? The city was founded in 1610 as the capital of Nuevo Mexico, after it replaced Español as capital, which makes it the oldest state capital in the United States. With an elevation of 7,200 feet, it's also the state capital with the highest elevation. It is considered one of the world's great art cities due to so many art galleries and installations. George R.R. Martin, by the way, he lives here. We're going to go up to George and say, George, why did you let them make such an absolute dog's dinner of season 8? That's what we're doing. Come on, George. They made a mockery. But yes, our support is like a man stopping at a proprietary blowing over in a breeze. His support is outstanding. A porta potty. Amazing. Now, where are we at? Did I miss stuff in the chat? I did. So we're moving along nicely. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Look at the state of it. Ken Zeppelin says it's also very European looking, with a market square and a church in the centre. Oh, nice. Mr. Doodle says, yes, let's. Oh, season 8. Do you know what I mean? Now, how are we going? How's our temperatures and pressures and stuff? So far, we're okay, lads. Look. EGT is banging the money. That oil pressure, I don't know, should that be as high? Is it 78 or something it goes to? Oil temperature is good. Fuel is... That's interesting. We're still on the right tank. Oh, sure. Didn't you turn it off, Murph? Auto fuel selector. See, that's how lazy I am. So we'll turn that on now. That's why, by the way, I had to keep adjusting the trim. So we're burning all the fuel out of this side. This side is getting heavier. Isn't that interesting? It's also in an Eagle song too, says Kingsman. Ah. Waylon says, you should have told us we were going to visit this place. I would have brought a Corsair, fully armed. Lewis says, is there any way to make it on Microsoft Flight Sim so aircraft don't disappear when they're close to you? No. And I know people have asked for them to turn off that feature. That just ain't going to happen anytime soon. Do you know what I mean? It's just not going to happen, because the whole idea is there's all sorts of things when it comes to licensing. They don't have mid-air collisions, because then, well, who wants their product by, Aegis would make videos of just planes crashing. No one really, you know what I mean? So this is their way. It's actually a really smart way that they worked around it. I would like to see them allow the aircraft to get a little bit closer before it goes all kind of like, Star Trek and beam you out of there. But I don't think they won't turn off that feature. I would be shocked if they do. Do you know? It's also an anti-grief feature, yeah. I call it the anti-Egypt, but yeah, the anti-grief is good. So yeah, it's very different weather to what we're used to flying in. Now, as I said, the temperature isn't terribly low. Like, we're doing all right. Ish. No sign of ice yet anyway. That's a good sign. And it's still quite early in the morning. So we have everyone flying with us. And we have an absolute ton of Thunderflies. That's amazing. There's a ton of them flying tonight. Just look at the scenery here. And look at the frame rate. God almighty. Travis is here. He says, hey Murph, been a good while since I stopped by. Hope all is well. Wishing you continued success. Many, many thanks, Travis. Happy Monday, dude. Hope you're keeping well. Now, let's see. They're going to do a thing. They're going to do a thing. We know they are. Will McAllister is in Santa Fe. Nice, dude. Look at this, though. Do you know what I mean? Look at the cut of the screen. That scenery right there, man. She's going for the binage full of crispage. They should turn off the collisions but still allow the ghosting effect. That way people could fly closer together. No, like, yeah, it's if they can just maybe allow it in a little bit closer. Do you know what I mean? That'd be ideal. Scott says, 132 watching, only 80 likes. Show the love and smash the thumbs up button. Look, they even have an F-15 with them. That's insane flying, guys. Absolutely cracking stuff. It's amazing, man. Now we have stuff over here. What have we got, Murph? Now, here's one to you as well. And again, I'm unsure will this be in the final release. But there will be further code to add the overboost valve presets these failures, or that prevents these failures. So, for example, if you're not, for whatever reason, if you're not too keen on having the arrow that you can actually cause damage by giving it SOX rental mode, well, there's going to be a feature that you can actually turn it off. They kind of give you the best of all worlds, don't they? So basically the overboost valve prevents so in some of the aircraft you would have an overboost valve. So if you do try and give it SOX, I think I've heard that in another version of an aircraft before, you can kind of hear it whistle. If you overboost it, this valve kicks in, so it stops the damage of that aircraft. So there is a way to implement that, which is kind of cool. So if you had the aircraft and you just didn't want that headache of how am I going to manage the engines, well, Just Flight got you covered. They can just turn it off. Isn't that amazing? They thought of everything. Now, Murph, we need to do some of this. What's this one do? Yeah. Sounds good, my dudes. Sounds good. Seamus McNeil is here. He says, after 3 hours and 27 minutes on hold, I've my flights booked. My poor brain has heard the United Airlines hold music 127 times today. What? The determination, Seamus. Phil Boardman has iced wings. Uh-oh. Look at this. Gabriel Dillon is here. Good to see you, my dude. So we're going to go for runway 02. Look at the state of it, though. Isn't it absolutely stunning? This is Bono and the side. They're called the bee trees. Andrew Noble rumbles in. He says, hi, Mr. Murphy. Hello, Mr. Noble. at the state of it, though. Do you know what I mean? Car 85 is in the house. Good to see you, my dude. Murph's been practicing. Hey, Jace Haid is here. He says hello from Barcelona. Hola from Tipperary, my dude. So we're going to head down towards Albuquerque. Do a quick flyby. Look at the state of this. Upsilon is here. He says hi from France. Bonjour. Better call Saul. Amazing. Are we heading to Albuquerque? Shall we go down and have a quick look? Just to check it out, man. It's a good day for flying. Absolutely. Dag Green is in the house. Good to see you, my dude. Happy Monday. Finian Murphy is in the house. He says, Hola from Cork, Murph. Haven't been on in a while. Newborn baby has taken over. Congratulations, my dude. He says, I hope you're keeping your feet off the ground. It's great to see you and looking forward to flying with you soon. Hello, photogrammetry. We're looking for Walter White. Has anyone seen this man? Better Call Saul. That was a great show. Saul was brilliant. So we're just doing a quick kind of a flyover Albuquerque, then we're going to hightail it back to Santa Fe. Couldn't say no, it's photogrammetry, man. Yeah, baby. Look at this aircraft though, isn't it beautiful? I surely did, Viper. We're going to try and find that stadium, my dude. Also, Route 66 goes straight through Albuquerque. Alright. Las Vegas translates the meadows. Hey, nice one, Count Zeppelin. Brandon Lowe, you take care, my dude. The lawnmower is calling. You cut that grass, man, like it's never been cut before. We're good and low here, aren't we? So we're going to head downtown just to check it out. Giva says, touch and go at Albuquerque while we're here. Gibbo, it would almost be rude if we didn't. Let's go for it, dude. Look at this thing fly. Isn't it absolutely amazing? It's a little bit bumpy. Granted, we're going fast. It's warm and it's wet. Look at the reflections on the visors, look. There is tremendous Tex-Mex footage. I gotta say, this is some of the best performance I've gotten out of the sim. It's butter smooth. Doesn't he live in here somewhere? Yo, Mr. White, it's in there somewhere, isn't it? If we see a camper, you know what I mean? Kingsman says they really pulled this one out of the bag. The aircraft is stunning. Absolutely stunning. You know, and you know you're flying a different aircraft, which is weird considering how close it is to the standard Arrow. It just feels different. It's amazing. What was Walter's brother-in-law's name, the cop? Bad Dog says, I remember in the old days, the Partridge family were always headed for Albuquerque. Ah! Hank. Ah, yeah, it was Hank. Remember, he was brilliant. He used to make his own beer. John Morris is in the house. Good to see him, my dude. Ryan Singleton rambles in. Happy Monday to you. Mike was the other guy. He was like the private investigator or something. So if you guys are enjoying what you're seeing, well, the aircraft is due to be released hopefully this week by Just Flight. If you'd like to take part in this flight right now, you're more than welcome. We're on the North Europe server. Do join us. Our only request has got to be GA all the way. And now for the shameless plug. Sure, if you like this sort of content, lads, smash it the thumbs up with a button. You'll be doing the channel a solid. Look at the detail. I mean, come on. Isn't it absolutely, like, it's incredible. Wayland Yutani's away. You take care, my dude. Thanks so much for joining us tonight, man. Which city is this, says Ryan. This is Albuquerque. Albuquerque? Oh, the Polo, the chicken place. And your man was all mad. Yeah, remember him. He was a devil, that lad. Let's do a touch and go into Albuquerque. Runway of choice is going to be runway 12 because we're dangerous. Tom Frudenberg. The thumbs down, you're not happy? You poor old devil, tell me your woes, man. It's Monday, what's got you down? And don't say it's me annoying Irish accent. I can't change it, I tried. They won't, there's no backsies. Alright. Little touch and go into Albuquerque just to say that we did. So, power coming back. Speed of coming down. Ooh, bit of a crosswind. Gonna notch the flaps down as well. Kendra is away. You take care. Enjoy the rest of your week. Bit of a crosswind here. We can deal with it. There we go. Just about, Murph, just about. Okay, power coming in. Stay on the runway, man. Oh, big sign, look out! Who left the sign there? That was dangerous. Look at the crab on that thing. God almighty, that was close, wasn't it? Right, upsy daisy. Concept says, I remember the culture climate shock stepping out of the plane at around 8 p.m. after taking off in Germany the morning of the same day. Oh, wow. Andy Shaw is in the house. Is this the first takeoff? We're actually nearing our first stop. We just said we'd rumble down to Albuquerque to check on Walter White. We couldn't find him. Wasn't his missus the most annoying missus of all the missuses that could be in, like, you know, I nearly called it a sitcom, but you know what I mean? What was her name? And don't say Mrs. White. Andy Shaw missed a week's flying. Oh, dude. Dude. It was almost another Rock moment. Do you remember The Rock? The Rock can't stop The Rock. Her name is Sky. Mrs. White. Thanks, Colonel Fork. Mrs. White? Yo, Mr. White. Your man was brilliant. Skylar. Oh, that's the one. Man Muse fan. Yeah, yeah. Sky, says Gibbo. We've all watched that show, haven't we? She was never happy with poor old Walter White. At all, the poor old devil. He could get nothing right. Now we're threshing. Poor old Tom didn't want to tell us what was happening. Viper says, follow me. Where are you going, Viper? We're heading back up now for our first stop in Santa Fe. Colonel Fork says, I never watched the show. Really? Alison didn't either? Really? It's good entertainment. Do you know what I mean? You gotta watch it. That's your homework now until Wednesday. Binge watch all of it. Papa Smart said, do you remember Gail is a Botticher, the other scientist? Ooh. Never had the interest. Meh. Oh look. There's a baseball stadium. Go Sports. Peter O'Nochname is in the house. Good to see you, my dude. He says, my new job is awesome. I got more than 1,000 for the first time in my life today. Nice, dude. Congratulations. Great to see you. Hope you're keeping well. Happy Monday. And, well, great success. Look at this for a place. Do you have Better Call Saul over here? Oh, yeah, we got it. Walton says, do you remember the episode where he's just looking for a fly in the lab? This ballpark is home to the Albuquerque Isotopes. Nice. Very nice. Look at the detail, though. Do you know what I mean? And that's a football field. So we got baseball and football. Or, you know, Bobby, your foosball. Okay, on to Santa Fe we go. Even the Thunderfly is doing a victory dance over the football grounds. Paul Quinn says, we've been watching Father Ted. Is this the first time you've watched it, Paul? Has it changed your life? Isotopes after the nuclear experiments, I expect. Oh. NM Flyer says, that UNM Stadium football. Ooh. The football stadium is for the University of New Mexico football, the Lobos. Nice. This is kind of a nice part of the world to be flying in, isn't it? Look at our speed, we're absolutely tanking it. Is everything behaving itself? Okay here, okay there. Okay here and here. Fuelage is okay. And EGT, a little bit high. There we go. We're doing good. The Black Mesa must be around here somewhere. You literally flew over the house. Yeah, no, the Walter house. We didn't see the camper though. Very friendly for frames around here. Down in front, I'm like locked at 60 and like over photogrammetry with all of us flying with weather in a fairly probably the most sophisticated of the GA airplanes. And again, hats off to Just Flight. They haven't released this variant yet. So like any optimizations or coding, the guys have nailed it. Oh, Robin says it's his house. Your house. Put on the kettle. We're coming in for a cup of tea. Or, well, it's warm here. We're going in for like an iced tea. Oh, thunderflies. Some say their genius can move gravity. Paul says, God, we love it. Never heard of it since you mentioned it last week. Nice. Father Ted for the win. Crilly. Hello, TBM. Aren't you looking all fancy? Oh, the scenery here is beautiful. So for our first leg, we're here in the Piper Arrow 3. It's a turbo Arrow. And for the next leg, which is a little bit shorter, we're going to go for the Arrow 4, which features a T-tail. It's groovy looking. Annalisa is back. She says, wow, look at the scenery. I know, right? We even flew over a baseball field and a football field. Hey, water boy. Gatorade. And the Thunderflies, well, they're just, do you know what I mean? They're so hot right now. Robin says, soon it'll be 108 degrees. What? Tiffany Case, Jill St. John, your question earlier about Mrs. White's, or Mr. White's squeeze. Ooh. So our runway of choice once we get up to Santa Fe, it's going to be runway 02. We shall be there in about 10 minutes. We pretty much just follow up the river. Captain Sickback says, there's a ton of us landed already that are probably wishing we did the detour. It looks amazing. You see, rushing away into the front. Who knows what sort of mess the night can get us into? But don't worry, we'll know to go back here. And all the flight plans and routing that we do. Did you like that one? Routing. All the flight plans and stuff that we do. Well, they're saved over on the website, twotonemurphy.com. I'm back to you. I was here all along. I was hiding. But, yeah. There's something weird in the river. Eh? Something weird in the river. Well, the scenery is getting a bit kind of... What? Do you know? But we shan't let that... Thunder flies. We shan't let that, upset us. Could you recommend me an aircraft add-on that is modern, not an airliner, and fast, says Mock? It depends, right? If you want to have like a third-party aircraft that's not an airliner, but it's fast. Ooh, that's a good question. Well, this is one of them. This is the Turbo Arrow. This is coming out this week. This is relatively fast. You'll comfortably hit 150 knots in this. There are... What else is decent? The Mooney is very good from Coronado, as is the Seneca. They're fast. The Longitude, yeah. The CJ4. The Bonanza Turbo. The TBM. TBM is probably up there. That's modern. That features the Garmin G3000. So it's all like a glass cockpit. Plus, Steve-O 1 Canevo kind of territory neck of the woods. I know he flies the 850, but, Aviator Geek says the Longitude with the FDE fix. That is very, very good. That, fixes the plane completely. The Longitude is super. I fly that a lot offline. Paul Quinns. Try the Corsair. The Blériot. The Blériot. That's the one. Google it. Blériot. Riot. Blériot. Or Blériot. Je suis. Touton. Alors. Fun. Or where's that effect? Epic says, the Mooney. You mean that yoke you used to keep the hangar door open with? The yoke. Look at the scenery here, lads. Red Dragon says, try the 912 mod for the VL3. Oh, I haven't tried that yet. We need to try that. It's got to happen soon, man. Let's check out some scenery again. Walden says, actual pigeons are faster than the Blériot. Two-Tone Jr. is in the house. He's on Mrs. Two-Tone's phone. Best behavior now. Hello, Two-Tone Jr. Wait, what time is it? It's time for bed, man. Alison says, landing on the Mesa in live weather was fun. Oh, nice. Was that the one down at San Miguel? So yes, Two-Tone Jr.'s here. My son. The son and heir. The heir to the realm and empire. Uh-oh. Mrs. Two-Tone is drinking wine. Oh dear. Well, I suppose. All in good fun. She really won't like when my alarm clock goes off in the morning. Ooh. I just landed the bin as well. Hey, we have to do something. I'll do this one first. Do you know what I mean? So, let us get the dance emotes into the chat for Annalisa. Walton's with the emotes. Disco stew. Oh no. Well, McAllister said, the Thunderflies just flew past me. They're so hot right now. Annalisa jumps from the ceiling fan while throwing confetti over Two-Tone Jr. Look at the state of that for a view. Look at this, guys. Isn't this something? This is just, do you know what I mean? And the sounds. It's bananas, man. Right. We're making good time. We're nearly there. We probably have just enough time for this. It looks like a little... Oh no, it looks like a happy little Bob Ross painting. Now we throw caution to the wind. And a happy little rainbow. Friendly little rainbow. Hey, Count Zeppelin, nice man. The rain normally doesn't always reach the ground. Keen Leffert says Terry is packing his car to go on a staycation to Aldi. Phil Boardman with the rainbow emotes. Then it says, how long do we stream? We got an hour-ish left. Rogers RC75 said, is it possible to adjust the default camera positions flying the Corsair with the gauges and off visible? Oh yeah, you can change it. So, hang on. So see the way all my views are. If I want to change a view, right? If I want to change a view, I can just press, I use my numpad. My numpad? The little bit on the right hand side that has your numbers. And each of these numbers represent a view I can jump to. For example, this is view number 4. I just press the key on number 4 and the camera just goes whoosh. Okay? If I press number 2, it's this one. If I press number 1, it's that one. And if I press 0, it's this one. Okay? Two-Tone Jr. is away to bed. The land of Nod awaits. Have the sweetest dreams, my man. And, well, I'll see you in the morning. Whipped in a bit. But yeah, so for me, like, it's to manipulate the views inside the sim is absolutely so important. Because if you start off in a position like this, it could be very, very hard to read the dials. And if you zoom in, it'll give you the wrong field of view of what's going on outside the aircraft. All right? So you can actually move the camera around, this sort of stuff. And how I do this, I've configured the sim to work just like my X-Plane setup, because I'm very, very, very familiar with the camera system in X-Plane. I've put thousands of hours into X-Plane. Well, Microsoft Flight Sim is so intuitive, you can change what the buttons do and remap the keys to do pretty much exactly what it is you want to do. This helps me immensely, because if I want to, for example, jump to an exterior shot, like this, I can use my arrow keys along with the mouse to get these kind of really nice views. Such are the controls I have over the camera. I make videos without using any sort of a replay mode. I can put, you see what I can do. Look what he can do, but you can see what I'm, what's the words? You see what I'm able to achieve by just customizing the controls. I can achieve decent camera views on the fly, as it were. Do you know what I mean? So, we have a runway in sight. So 0-2 for the win, man. So we're going to watch our speed, bring back our power. It's a little bit bumpy. But if you're able to manipulate, yeah, you got to change. Sorry, Martel. You got to reconfigure and remap your keys, because chances are they're going to be remapped to a whole load of stuff. So the best thing to do with your keyboard is unmap anything that controls ailerons or control surfaces. You don't need them. You have a joystick or a controller for that. If you want, I can do an absolute stream and show you everything you need to know, or a VOD. It'll take a little bit of time to get used to my setup, but I'm not saying it's my setup. Like, I would have not copied, but like, my view setup is inspired by what Castrator used to use. And I just got used to it. For example, right, I have a button mapped on my joystick. See this view now? If I want to immediately go into the cockpit, I just have to click the trigger button on my joystick. And the view just snaps around and brings me straight into where I need it. It's super handy. So, we need to get ourselves landed here. Oh, it's kind of bumpy. So we'll try and put the safety on the ground first. Easy now. Okay, add a bit of flaps here, Murph. Landing gear is down and locked. There's the Thunderflies lying up. They look so hot right now. Right, easy does it, Murph. Lead a bit of speed. There's a landing rate of 25 feet per minute and then 56 on the front wheel. We'll take it. Bring our flaps back in. We're finished with them. And well, I'm just going to hightail it off the runway so we can catch a couple of people coming in for a landing. So this is the first leg of tonight done. The second leg is going to start here in a few minutes. And well, I'm going to show you off the Arrow 4, which is super duper. So we put on our parking brake. And we're going to jump out here and turn on the nameplates so you guys can see what I'm doing and who's landing. Which is that. So, buttons, Smurf, buttons. There we go. And again, like, see the way I have all these controls? I can just jump in, use the drone cam. I use the Xbox controller. Look at this from the guys. Ah, lads, that's amazing. Who have we got? HCBR 1100, Masonic Lake, Frozen, Skydive Man, Dennis G, Catbat 9, Steve Solo UK, Admiral Ted, and Gordon. You guys are looking absolutely amazing right now. Now, the only thing is, I don't think we can see the other aircraft landing, Thunderflies. Oh, we can. There's Double Fly coming in. All right. We'll do with this. Yes, and this. There's probably not too many people behind me now. I'd say the majority have all landed. We'll catch one or two coming in. There's Gibbo! Vanya Divil, Red Dragon is down as well. Ooh, Gibbo with the sideways landing. Oh, and he's down! But now he's gone to one side and he's like, have to do the pedal dance. Whack-a-mole is down. There's Dangerous Brian. Brakes deployed on the Mooney. And he's down. Nicely done. Red Dragon did a great job as well. Aviator Geek coming into the longitude. There's Sean Lego Man, Country Flyer. Ooh, he's just testing out the landing gear. Test Pilot 72 in a Spitfire. Andrew Hill in the Mooney, speed brakes deployed. Quasi Archer is in with the TBM. Beautiful landing. See the crab just before he hit? Amazing landings. Absolutely stunning. See you later. Nicely done. Big Papa Polly. Here comes Roger RC75. Gibbo says, yeah, totally meant that. Scorpio in the Seneca. Nicely done. Soaring AJ. Look at the crab landing, look. Martel is there as well in the Finanza. Von Johnser. He's in the Fiat. Nice, dude. Here's H. Barley. Oh, beautiful flare, dude. There's Flamed Diamond. Ooh. Pulling Yaki Boos in front of the Thunderflies. They look impressed. They're so impressed. Very, very nice landings, my dudes. Annalisa says, so much respect to the landings, people. You're brilliant. Here comes Boddup. Look at that, even a crab and a MB339. Nice, dude. Hey, Nathaniel is here. Good to see you, my dude. Happy Monday. Okay. Ace of Spades is there. So welcome to Santa Fe Regional Airport. We've got a lot of people here. This is pretty cool. There's a ton of runways here, isn't there? What be these? Oh, they're like solar panels. Hey, that's awesome. Renewable energy and stuff. Mr. Tudon says, sorry, what did I miss, Murph? Have you decided what you're doing with the radio mic? So I got myself a radio mic. Ground control to Major Tom. A radio mic, so it's like it's a radio mic. And I've been testing it out. I was in the car going to work this morning and I recorded myself just having a chat. But my plan is, well, I'm going to be adding some vlogs, and just, you know what I mean? It'll basically be me having the app. Could be interesting. John Morris. Chatting away. Okay, what we're going to do really quickly. Back to the main menu, man. So as I said, when it comes to custom cameras, custom settings, I can go through all of my settings. I've done it before, but like with the sim when it updates. Do you know what I mean? So just to give you an idea, controls, right? I would highly recommend that you create new profiles. Never override an existing profile, just in case if there's a sim update or something happens and you're not really happy about it. Do you know what I mean? So, for example, if we want to have a look at the keyboard bindings and what I've done, okay, we can bring it down to camera. So the main things I have, see here, custom cameras. So I have these to say, if I press the numpad 0, it's going to load custom camera 0. And then you might say, well, sure, how do you tell the sim to save that as a view? Very simple. I'll put in the command to save custom camera number 0. I got to press the right control button and the number pad in which I want to save that view. Then, if you want to do something really cool like this, see the way it has load custom camera 0 and it's saved to the keyboard? If I go to the joystick and if I want to go to views, where's views, Murph? Your load custom camera 0, and it's telling me it's the number 1 button. And if you look over here on the right hand side, that is the red trigger button, which means I can load that camera view from my joystick, which means I could be inside, outside, doesn't matter where I am. I just click that little button and I'm back in the PIC or pilot in command viewpoint. It's super, super handy. And in particular, if you don't want to be using the likes of track IRs or VR or whatever, these controls are super, super handy. All right. So basically, I've just set up a way. The sim already has it in here. It has its own custom coding. I don't know what it was. If I want to save a custom camera, and you can do 9 of these, by the way, you can have 9 individual views. Really, really handy. So you can save all of these. I've just set it up to say, if I hit right control on number 9, it'll save it. If you're trying to bind a key or a combination of keys to do a command, the sim will warn you if it's already in use elsewhere. So just be wary of that. I'm not missing anything that I use regularly in the sim with this setup. So it's an idea for you guys to use. Do you know what I mean? If your vlogs are anything like your trucks and videos, it'll be grand. Having the app and buying Crocs. Crocs for the win. We're going to go to the local town, or maybe we'll go to an even remote town. I might wear my wig and I'll go in a pair of shorts to buy Crocs. Right? That has entertainment value written all over the thing. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, so that's what I do with my custom camera views. And then you might want to say, well, how do you move around inside, Murph? How do you get your angles right? Well, it's all about the decreasing the cockpit height, as in the view. So I can press up, we go up, down, we go down. I can do the greater than or the smaller than symbol, and they'll move me forwards or backwards. Super, super handy stuff. So we'll go through all of this some other night in great detail. And if you want, it can be the sort of stream that we can start from 0 and start setting up everything from the get-go. And we'll create new controller profiles, which means you can load in the new one. See the way if I hit default or keyboard or M1, I just put that in there for me. We can create a new one and say, I want a new preset. So we can save the two-tone Murphy preset. Right? And do you know what I mean? We can do it for like all the controllers that we have. So we'll do that some time. I don't know when, but we'll do it some night. I'll have a few beers. That'll make things interesting. Do you know what I mean? So we're over here. Bit of music. So we're on the ground. Where are we? Look at all the peoples flying with us. So our Santa Fe. Departure. And well, we're going to go to November Mike 53, San Miguel Ranch. So it's only about a half an hour across. Can I show you the screen? I can't. I have stuff there you can't see. 1 second. That's me again. So I need to change my aircraft. So we're going to go for the Turbo Arrow, which is the Arrow 4, which is beautiful. So we're just going to load this machine in. Do not bind the enter key to anything, or the escape key. Don't bind enter or escape to anything. It'll break it. Phil Boardman is away. You take care, my dude. Velbro says, make it a hot tub of shame. Okay. You left everything on, Murph. That was a rookie mistake. Okay, did I set up all my views in here? I did. Okay, I didn't set up some of them. So I'm going to set up a new view here. So I'm going to move the camera across, come up here a little bit, use the mouse to drag it downwards. Move back a bit, about there. And we're going to save this to number 5 and number 8. So we'll do the Annalisa chair. So we'll just go back in here. Yes. And we down a bit and mind the curtain and look out about here. This is the Annalisa camera. So we'll save that to number 8. And then I want another one here in the middle, which is kind of fancy. Go up there a little bit, Murph. Yes. About there, and look down a smidgen, and we'll go for control on 9. And there's all my views saved. So I have 0, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 is the left, 6 is the right, 5 is kind of the, 7 is like a GoPro, 8 is the Annalisa, and 9 is kind of like a GoPro looking down. You can have as much fun as you like. You can actually save them to external cameras as well, which is super, super cool. Anyway, okay, man, look at the state of this. It's a T-tail. What? Isn't this fancy? Yes, Murph, it's fancy. And it's okay, man. What a great aircraft registration number. Steve A is here. Can't fly, maybe a couple of weeks. PC is away for repairs. Waiting a delivery of a replacement HOTAS. Oh, dude, that's too bad. This is a beauty of a plane. And I love it because it's just different looking. You have this T-tail machine. Isn't it only stunning? Aileron says, who would a wind turbine at the end of 2-0? Uh-oh. Now I need to turn off the nameplates. Alright. So I've changed the weather. I've made it look, well, I'm on live weather now. Will we go with this or will we go back to rain? Captain Sickbag is away. You take care, my dude. Many thanks for joining us. Oh, this is so nice. And it has all the gadgetry that we want. So turn on the communications. Yes. iPad is on. Refill oil, that's all okay. Has all the same doors and stuff. Miles P is here. Good to see you, my dude. He says, I love your vids. Well, many thanks, my dude. Happy Monday to you. Two-tone Teat Ali Turbo. Two-tone Tiddly Turbo. Tiddly Turbo. Oh dear. Alison says, already in bed, off into the office tomorrow. Ooh. Gibbo says, Murph, is the Sim Update 4 still on track for tomorrow? Yes. Yes, it is. That's going to be all sorts of fun. But yeah. Right. Look at it. It's beautiful looking. I just love the colour. Now, we'll open the window. So the Arrow 4, what did they change? Very little. However, they have included the T-tail, which is pretty much the only thing that's different. The interior is a little bit different as well, but apart, like, it's pretty much the same plane. In saying that, there's not too many of these aircraft. I don't know how successful or unsuccessful this aircraft was. I don't think it was very successful. You just don't get to see a whole lot of them, you know? Anyway, we'll proceed to turn it on. Battery on. That's interesting. Should that be a three-way switch? I'll need to talk to Just Flight. Maybe it's not. So you don't have like anti or collision. You just have anti-collision lights on. It's interesting. Big day tomorrow for me and the missus. See you next time, says Tritz. Good luck, my dude. Steve A said, are these two separate purchases or are they both included? They are both included. So if you buy the Turbo Arrow package, you get the Turbo Arrow 3 and the Turbo Arrow 4. And if you have the standard Arrow from Just Flight, you can get this add-on for 66% off. How much is it going to be, Murph? I'd say maybe $20 or $25, give or take. Miles says, how much do you pay, or how much do you play this game? Oh, a lot, dude, an awful lot. Do I ever play Infinite Flight? No. I heard about it. I've seen it. I haven't used it. Fuel pump. Oh yeah, so we'll set up our fuel here now as well. So we'll go to the right tanks. We'll go to fuel pumps low. You can hear them. Prop can go in. Mixture can go in. Open our throttle. Crack it there about 1/8 of an inch. Parking brake is on. We shall say clear proppage. And we'll go for start. Ooh. It's alive. Hey, Bruce Harris is here. Good to see you, Bruce. Easy now. Kevo says, why does Murph's plane look like a Piper Arrow from my view? This model isn't released in the sim yet. The T-tail, it's not released. That's probably why. Okay. Close a little window. Everything here is looking groovy. Warning light to say our alternator is turned off. We'll turn it on. Landing lights are on. And I think that's kind of it. It looks all kind of fab and groovy. The sounds are epic. Really, really are. Beautiful sounds. Yeah, 100%. 66%. It's cool. And again, you can change up the avionics unit here. Now, again, if something breaks, don't worry about it. This aircraft is not released yet. But we can go for the GPS Dual. Or the GNS, sorry. Or a 530. Or even the 750. Isn't that the cat's pajamas? So the 750 requires an external third-party mod, which is currently free. It's in beta. But Just Flight have said, yeah, you want that? Sure, we'll throw it in here. So we'll fly with that, because I like it. It looks really nice. The wrong VR code is in the transponder. 7,000. I see what you did there. So if we go VF4 now, it should pick up 1200 and enter. There we are. Well spotted. Can you tell me why does it have a T-tail on it? The reason for putting a T-tail... Ooh, that's kind of loud. It was just a different design variant. It allowed the aircraft to have better performance. It was supposed to be more stable. And I don't know, it's aerodynamically sound, I think. That was a bluff answer. I think it worked. Caused far more headaches for pilots. Ooh. Well, it didn't. Like, okay, from practical uses, how easy is it to check the elevator being up there versus being down low? Difficult, very difficult. But in terms of aerodynamics, like whatever way, I don't know, did they even have wind tunnel access for these things? Hardly. But it is a mighty looking fine plane, isn't it? Isn't it? Right, so enough about that. We're going to depart here from runway 02, so we need to taxi down a bit. Are we ready? Shall we get going? Aviator Geek says the T-tail moves the elevator out of the propeller stream. Correct. So when I use the elevator, look, it's up high. It's up really high. Which is pretty awesome. Now we're going to go this way. Don't mind me, we'll just go through the traffic. Listen to it tick over. Isn't that... Oh, just... Yes! It kind of just chugs along. Do you know what I mean? Miles P says, I'm learning how to fly a Cessna. Oh, nice! Scott says, it looks prettier. Excuse me, it does look prettier. It's way much prettier. I think it looks absolutely fantastic. But sure, look, that's just me. What do I know, right? Yeah, right. Now, let's go this way. It's easier to trim. Maybe, yeah. I'll know now once I get airborne. Taxiing is fine. Oh wait, hang on. Do we back taxi? Ooh, we kind of do. We'll ramble down this way. Just flight. I just love all this stuff that they do. Oh, do you know what I didn't do? I didn't check out his night lighting. Hang on, we check out the night lighting. Time of day, we're on live, 1541. Ooh, look at this. Look at the state of it. There's a light up here, Murph. Ooh. Isn't that something? Why do you turn that down a smidgen? Yeah, that's a bit nicer. Isn't that pretty? And then outside. Yes, that is pretty. What do you think, guys? Looks pretty? Okay, so back onto live. Live. The shines and reflections, it's just epic. Hey, nice caravan. Right, we'll just do a Yui here. I think we have enough to get us out. Famous last words. Right. And again, you can do, you know, it simulates the proper engine run-up, power to rate ratio, do your mag check, do your prop. You know, you can cycle the prop. You can try your mixture, or your fuel pump on, fuel pump off. It has all that kind of cool stuff in it. So, let's see here now, Murph. We'll go heading mode in that. Lights are on. We're walking, talking, and squawking. Okay, are we ready? Newsfan says, the caravan was me. The DA40 was too slow. Ah, is your tail number okay, man? Look at that. That's Viper, I think. Yeah, that's an actual aircraft. I didn't put that in. The aircraft is okay, man. Isn't that cool? Okay, so we need to be careful here, Murph. Don't over, you know, thing it. Don't break it. 38 is what we're aiming for. Takeoff power is set. Ooh, a little bit of crosswind. Alison says, I spy a shiny Mooney. Hashtag proud. Absolutely. So there's 60. Oh, for the love of all. There's 60 knots. Come on, Murphy. Straighten up, man. Oh, do you know what we've done? It's live weather. I'm not used to it. The shame! Cyril says, your mixture is lean, expected because of altitude. Correct. We're at about 6,500 feet. So, positive rate of climb and indicated gear coming in, tapping the toe brakes. That was an absolute horrible takeoff. God almighty. What'll they save us? Who put the windmill there? Hey, Stuart. You were right, man. So far, so good. So we're heading down to Miguel Ranch. Its elevation is 6,300. It's not there in real life. There's probably something very, very small. Do you know what I mean? This is very pretty. Viper Strike is in the pits. Nice. Oscar Kilo is the ICAO reg for the Czech Republic. Ah, nice one, Scott. So whoever owned this plane was just like, okay, man. That's brilliant. I love that. Do you ever see like the funny names you get on boats? The funniest name I saw on a boat was the Kid's Inheritance. What a name for the boat. Where are you right now in the sim? We're just in a place called Santa Fe, which is really nice. Now, the trim on this machine, holy moly. There's a savage pull to the left. No, we're not so bad. Okay. The best boat name was She's Always Right. Miles says, oh, I used to live in New Mexico. Sweet. It's like the Piper E-I-E-I-O. There you have it. There you have it. Gibbon says, Murph, could you perhaps show us how you find a safe altitude for a leg in foreflight? A safe altitude? Foreflight. So, with me flight plan, right? Now, let me see. There are a couple of ways to do it. I'm using the aerial map. I could use the US VFR sectional map. This will give me indicated altitudes in which I can and cannot fly, depending on any Class D, C, B airspaces. Also any TFRs or military zones as well. So I can get the information by using sectional charts. This trim, come on, you divil you. All the way over there. Now let's see if that helps. It does a little bit. Okay, so if you can see in the screen, right, I've inverted these colours because I've been flying at night time at this. So if you look down here, along our flight plan, see that number 83? See that number right there, that 83? That's telling you that the altitude in that area, or the clearance you need, is 8,300. You need to be above that. So if we have a look in here, we need to figure out what our altitude is going to be. So because we're going to land at San Miguel, it's telling us that the elevation is 6,300 feet. The areas around it are 6,800 feet. So that's kind of where I can see my altitude at the destination. If I want to look at the altitude en route, well, if we're going to go by the magenta line, usually you would go maybe VOR to VOR, or you'll be looking for some sort of ATC. Do you know what I mean? Alison says, Murph, what's right of the annunciator panel? As in the little light. This one here, is it? So you have your over booster and then you have auxiliary fuel on. So it's letting you know that your fuel pump is actually active. Miles, you take care, my dude. Yeah, the light. So yeah, it's just letting me know that I have an auxiliary fuel pump on. That's all. Now we can go into... We can go to obstacles. Obstacles. And we'll turn off the VFR sectionals. And if we have obstacles on, it'll actually highlight on the map where any of my obstacles are. Alright. There's another. Synthetic vision. Oh, look at that. I didn't mean to press that. Unpress it, Murph. The state of these mountains. Aren't they absolutely fantastic looking? Do. What else am I looking for? That's not it, Murph. What's going on with the trim, lads? It's kind of getting better. Hey, Hey, Scott Flanagan is here. Good to see you. Where is the gadget I'm looking for? That'll load in weather, which is fine. This area has a volcanic history. Oh, nice. Yeah, that profile thing, Stuart, I don't have that. That's on the Pro one, but there is another way to find it. What was the way I did it? There was another way it'll tell you minimums in an area. Wrong button, Murph. Now, let's see. Invert the charts. Right, so this is the chart we're used to seeing. This is your standard VF4 sectionals, yeah? Well, bro's away. You take care of my dude. Go into flight. Something tells me Ailerons is going to give Murph a lesson on this. You don't see it because you aren't on your planned route. Ah, gotcha. Sinning. Gotcha, okay. I'll mess around with that the next time. Again, I need to give you a full overview of ForeFlight. I've only been using it myself. I can figure out what altitudes I need, again, because I could just use the VF4 sectionals, which is super handy. So I can kind of see here, somewhere between 8,500 and 12,500 feet. Roughly. If I go for an actual plan, I'm not flying any particular route. I'm literally flying straight on, as the crow flies, which... Okay, you can do that, but it's not really fun. I mean, I'd rather tune into a VOR, fly that direction, or maybe get some ATC coverage. Do you know what I mean? But anyway, we'll go through it in detail sometime. We need to. And we're going to be passing by this other place, the Las Vegas. Look at all that real-life weather over my house. Nice seeing the centre boundaries too. Ooh. Yeah, so we're actually flying in towards a bit of weather. We'll keep an eye on the temperature as well. It's not terribly warm. The scenery here tonight, though, isn't it been absolutely fantastic? We played that. There we go. Keen Lefford says, can we do a count? I have a full year to practice. I wouldn't say we've terribly many, but yes. So guys, if you're still flying along with us, do now press the number 2 into the chat. It's so varied here, Annalisa. Isn't it incredible? Hats off to the Thunderflies. These are massive. $29 plus a Murph. Nice. This plane is beautiful. Amazing stuff by the Thunderflies. Just look at the scenery though. Isn't it incredible? Hey, Gary Bloxham is here. Good to see you, Gary. Happy Monday to you, my dude. Justin Merce is here. He says, hey, Murph, is that plane up for sale yet? Not just yet, my dude. They said they're going to release it this week, all going well. Which is like, ooh. An instant buy when this thing comes out. It's absolutely fantastic. It's so hot right now. Hey, Draco's in the house. Good to see you, my dude. Oh dear, look at the weather we're heading into. And there's quite a bit of wind. I mean, look at the speed of the clouds moving. So for everyone watching at home, hey Fireflies, how about a wing wave? Nice. Martel says, are you on live weather? I surely am. I surely am. Arm waves to Fireflies. Mrs. Two-Tone with the information saying people came to the area that is now New Mexico more than 12,000 years ago. Experts think that they migrated from what's now Russia across a land bridge called Bering Strait during the last ice age. What? They were having the crack. So where we're heading to, right? Wait till you hear this. Wait till you hear this. Where's my mouse? I found it. Right. So, the airport, which is known as San Miguel Ranch, is in the Trementina base. The Trementina base is kind of very popular destination for a property of the Scientology-affiliated Church of Spiritual Technology. What? There's an aerial photograph showing the base's enormous Scientology symbols on the ground caused media interest and broke the story in November 2005. According to the Washington Post, the church's first reaction was to attempt to suppress the information. The church tried to persuade station KRQE not to air its report last week about the aerial signposts marking a Scientology compound that includes a huge vault built into the mountainside. The station said on its website, based in Los Angeles, the corporation dispatched an official named Jane McNairn and an attorney to visit the TV station in an effort to squelch the story. The church offered a tour of the underground facility, if KRQE would kill the peace. The station said in its newscast. Scientology also called KRQE's owner MS Communications and sought the help of a powerful New Mexican lawmaker to lobby against airing the piece, the station reported on its website. The huge symbols on the base, distinguishable only from an aerial view, are specifically those of Scientology's Church of Spiritual Technology. Former members of the church have said that the symbol marks a return point for Scientologists to help find Hubbard's works when they travel here in the future from other places in the universe. Now, I'm not going to go into the whole Scientology thing, but I just thought, isn't this interesting? Sarah says, call ATC and file a IFR plan. You aren't legal anymore. It's grand. We rang ahead. We said we're dangerous, man. Plus, there is a ceiling here. We can dive underneath it very soon. I just thought it'd be nice up here. Do you know what I mean? What's the temperature doing? Ooh. We're okay, man. So in an attempt, let's dip beneath the clouds. Now, there's a good chance we're going to pick up icing here, so this just could be fun. Do you know what I mean? This could be terrifying in ways we just don't want to say. But anyway, it's kind of time for this. Well, that was cool. Said live weather was interesting. Absolutely. So see this little town kind of a place here. This is getting bumpy. This place is called Las Vegas, baby. Las Vegas, New Mexico. There's an upside down Viper Strike. On you, devil. Gibbo says the tail wing really suits it. It does, doesn't it? This is a beaut. This really, really is a beautiful aircraft. It's so windy here. We're going sideways. Look. We're literally going sideways. We're crabbing along. And he's okay. Thunderflies. Cyril, flying so low in Mexico? Noise abatement laws recommend using guns to shoot at careless pilots. The simulated horror, man. This is a hoot. So guys, if you're new here, don't forget, we live stream every Monday, Wednesday and Friday, 1900 Zulu time. Monday nights are on YouTube, Wednesdays and Fridays over on Twitch. We have a Discord. And a website. When the bot figures out what it is I'm looking for, it'll populate the area. Ooh. That's pretty cool looking. Not gonna lie, it's pretty cool looking. The Mayo, it is a beautiful aircraft, isn't it? It's stunning. Dangerous Brian says 115 likes, but room for more. Guys, thank you so much for all the likes. Fantastic effort this evening. Big shout out to all our Fireflies, Thunderflies, moderators, community managers, and everyone here in the chat. To all the new people, all the new subscribes, the new thumbs up-aged things. Thank you so very much indeed. Big shout out to Just Flight for giving me access to be able to show you guys their work in progress of the Piper Arrow, the Turbo, which includes the Turbo Arrow 3 and Arrow 4. This is the Arrow 4. We have some beautiful scenery, some interesting weather. It's just really nice. Runway I'm going for is going to be 04 because it's going to be a huge crosswind. Ooh. Is it not 04 and 22, no? That's what I have. Although in saying that, what have we got? We have runways 04 and 22, yeah. So runway 04 is my target. It's 02 on my map. Ooh. Really? That's kind of interesting. So what I have, San Miguel Ranch, runways 04 and 22. It says 02 on the tarmac. Ooh. Ailerons, yes. Foreflight. Foreflight be wrong, man. Dear Foreflight. Oh, look. There's the thing they were telling about the thing. Can you see it there? Look. See you later says, my database shows 0321. It's so weird. I'm telling you, this is Scientology. It's to confuse us. Airnav.com. That's probably the most accurate, I'd say, Colonel Fork, isn't it? 019er degrees magnetic. Thank you, Alison. 02 it is. And we're in the soup. This could be interesting and fun. So if it's 02, I need to go this way a little bit. I don't even know a landing speed for the pits. Extend left hand outside, lick left index finger, and apply to wind. If it dries in under a second, you're going too fast. Grog says, did it change due to magnetic changes sometime maybe, like a big shift? That the magnetic kind of stuff tends to change. I don't know the exact figure, but is it something like a degree every couple of years? 1 degree? AirNav shows 0422. Ooh. Does that mean, Colonel Fork, that the Murph is right? Oh God, we're back in the soup. Do you remember last Friday? God almighty. We can kind of see. The only worry now is icing. But we're okay because it's 20 degrees. We're laughing. I landed okay on 02. Okay. So the AirAC or nav data, 02 in this weather, disaster. Well, I'm hoping for a crosswind. That's the hope. The plan. Stock nav data might be outdated. Yeah, 100%. Annalisa says, last Friday was mad. You did an amazing job landing. Pure absolute mank, wasn't it? Aileron says 04 will be accurate. There's ground here I need to be careful of. Easy, Murph. Easy. We're relatively close. We're going to be there in 3 minutes. So we'll put the face cam on for the dramatic effect to see what happens. Scott says, runway 0422, dimensions 5600 by 100. Ooh. Short runway. It's not really. It's actually a huge runway. It's like 5,500 meters. Give us says Two Tone Jr. did that landing for him. Alright. Just not Microsoft Flight Sim. Yeah, it's grand. Look at this. Isn't this plane absolutely superb? Right, we're baiting on through to the other side. Bring our speed back here a little bit, Murph. It's IFR time, and there's no frequencies I can tune into. So this is just, let's see what happens here. And it's on a bit of a mesa. Mesa Hertana, it's called. 5,500 feet, that's loads. Scott says, for GA, that is a great one-way, just not in the heat of the summer. You may use all of it for departure. Oh, yeah. This should be fun. We'll keep plodding along, watching our speed. Her fan of banana. It should get super bumpy over this. The scenery here is amazing, isn't it? Like, we're kind of off the beaten track from Route 66, but like, there's really cool things to see out here. Oh, the bumps. This is awesome. Now, this would be fun. Yes. It should be fun. Is that a runway over there? Oh, dear. I created San Miguel's when we arrive. Oh, wouldn't that be nice? Thunder flies with the escort. Only for years last week, lads, I would have ended up in an absolute state on the ground. We're a little bit low. What do we say it was? Elevation 6,300. Oh, we're okay for a minute. Just. Would you rather pineapple on pizza or pizza on pineapple? Ooh. Okay, we're close. Don't see the runway just yet. Think you're in a state because of them? See, the Thunderfly, they just light up the area for me. They're like, Murph, it's this way. We'll fly over the runway. And I'm like, you guys. Ah, runway, spotted. Landing gear coming down. One notch of flaps. Ah, it does work, Gibbo. If I see it, it happens. Ah, ooh. Right. Easy with this, Murph. Ooh. Oh, God, the wind. We've got this. Just lie back and think of Ireland. Holy crap. The tree line is so high. Oh, look, it says runway 2. Look, that's weird. And yet, if you look at our heading, it's more... Oh, it's more tree. Okay, easy, Murph. Easy, man. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. Easy, easy, easy. And nearly. And touchdown. That was fun. That was another manky landing by the Murph. The shame. The shame. So, bring our flaps back in. The clouds were even lower a minute ago. Nice. Many thanks, Mr. Two-Tone. There goes Viper upside down. Ken Zeppelin said, I landed from the other side with Colonel Fork. It was much easier. Ah. There's parking at the right, just ahead. Scott says, nice recovery. It's like, huh? Something awful could happen. And Lisa says, it was a great landing. Go away with that. Would you go away with that? Right, we'll just park here on the grass because I want to catch the dudes coming in. Do you know what I mean? So, park a brake. Escape key, Murph. There we go. We found it. Now, let's see. Traffic. Yes, yes. Apply and save, yes. That worked. Okay, buttons, Smurf, buttons. This one. This one. Don't know why the throttle keeps jumping up me. Right. Through the trees and the bushes. This is a cool airport. If that runway was shorter, we'd be absolutely laughing. I went AFK. There go the Thunderflies with an amazing break. Did you see that, sports fans? Viper Strike is just having the crack. Was this our last leg? Indeed it was. There's Double Fly. Aileron says Rex weather was clear skies. Ah, runway needs to be big enough for the crazy rich people to fly in with their jets. Gotcha. Muse fan. Manuel is down as well. Ooh, Muse fan. Ooh. There's Gibbo Ireland. Ah, look at this. Straight on the centre line. Would you look at the state of that for a landing? Nicely done, Gibbo Ireland. Quasi Archer is down. There's Scorpio. Someone just disappeared. Here's Red Dragon. Nicely done. Kevin Riley says, I've updated the spit. Time to check it out. Nice. There's Fishy. Windage. Uh-oh, Red Dragon. He's dead. Crazy and rich. Not just crazy rich. Ah, gotcha. Here's Grog. Nicely done. Dangerous Brian is down. Martel is here. Aviator Geek, nicely done. Sean Lego Man, look at the sideways landing. Viper Strike is inbound. Here's See You Later. Big Papa Paulie down in front is down in front. Druid Zeus in the Spitfire. Nicely done. Ooh, bit of a bounce. Uh-oh. Kangaroo Petrol. Red Dragon says, I nearly had it. Bad Dog is down. Ooh, look at the crab on that. Whack-a-mo is here. Nicely done, Bad Dog. You got it down. Whack-a-mo. Look at the state of it. Flame Diamond as well. Wrong button, Smurf. I was going for this one. Okay, Brancho. Draco's down. Here's Chris. This is our final stuff for the evening, my dudes. Country Flyer. Down in front says, nice challenge, that one. Absolutely. I know there's more to come. There they are. There's Bottom. There's Godden. Using every bit of that runway. Here come the Thunderflies. Nicely done, my dudes. Tough landings, or Annalise says tough landings, but everyone is handling it quite well. Absolutely. They did a fantastic job. Justin says, Murph, can I see your map for a second? This one? Maurice said, I did a 360 on the runway. That's what I meant to do. There's Soaring AJ. It looks like a go around. Didn't you do well? There we have it, sports fans. Part 4 of a Route 66 in the bag. That was fun, wasn't it fun? It was something different. Amazing scenery. Fantastic aircraft as well. And a huge thanks to Just Flight for giving us a little bit of the sneak previewage of the Turbo Arrow. They said it should be released this week, which is going to be absolutely incredible. Look at this. Isn't this a great place? Look at the state of this for an airport. It's very nice indeed. So, our normal schedule shall resume on Wednesday night. We're going to be back in the land of Twitch. And we'll be doing our Demur flying. And we'll be hosting another special guest. Looking forward to that. Want to give a big shout out to all the Fireflies, the Thunderflies, everyone in the chat, to all the members, the new subscribers, everyone for hitting the little thumb up button. Do you know? Our moderators, our community managers. Thank you all so very, very much indeed, guys. Thank you so much for keeping me company this Monday. Enjoy the rest of the week. We're going to catch you at the half-time point on Wednesday. It'll be the hump day. Get over the hump day. But until then, thank you so very, very much indeed. I'm going to bed. I'm still tired from the weekend. But yeah, we'll probably catch you on Discord. And Colonel Fork will be streaming tomorrow night, all going well. I believe he's going to show us some iRacing. Ooh. What's it? Kick the tires and light the fires. Or words to that effect. So until then, look after yourselves, stay safe, and thanks so much. Good night. La 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 la.